We're live.
Fucking would have had me. Are we live now?
Yes.
Are we? Oh, it's good to be back. Hey, I'm
You
disappointed.
still
I
wants to
missed.
look at yourself.
I'm disappointed. I missed show 222.
222.
Yeah. Anyway, hey everybody, and welcome to the Seal Podcast, episode number 223 for May the 10th, 2024. My name is Fraser. I'm joined on my left by Dave.
Hello.
And on my right by Neil.
Hello.
May I just first say thank you, gentlemen, for covering for the past couple of weeks. You did a sterling job.
Well, we nearly didn't invite you back, to be honest, mate. It was...
Oh, I tell you
Rude.
what, I was listening, walking the dog last Sunday, and I just thought these guys have nailed it, right? They don't need me anymore.
Dave's the master
It's
of
only
hosting
taken
now.
us like 5 or 6 years, and
Well, I was going to send you a message. I was like, oh, I should send Dave. Dave sounds great. He's presenting really well or whatever. I thought, that's fucking patronizing. He's been at it for 5 years.
he can almost speak perfect English and read.
As you had a lot to drink.
It was good.
No,
It was good.
No,
well,
you was missed. So.
You were.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah. Yes. Well, it's good to be back, of course. Right. I don't. In terms of an intro, I don't know what else. Do we want to just start straight in with some football, or do we want to start in with some listener stuff?
Well,
how does this show work? I forgot.
Wing it out. Usually it's football first, but I don't mind mixing things up.
Let's go do some listener
try
stuff
something new and interesting. Keep it.
Should we do listener stuff first?
Variety is the spice of life, and all that. Don't want things to get tired and boring.
No, of course not. I was thinking about changing the format. I was thinking about it the other day. I have to have a discussion off air.
Oh. Maybe we should start talking about video games. Is that what you're suggesting?
That'd be ridiculous.
No.
All right, what do we got here? Listener stuff. Andy Cox says Richard Osman's brother is in Suede, not Squeeze. Ha ha, how old is Dave to not have heard of them? Or should I say, how old is Granddad? I mean, Neil. I can't comment. I'm older than the lot of you.
So I've heard of Suede. I haven't heard of Squeeze.
How have you not heard of Squeeze?
I don't know.
They were around in the 80s, along with the Rolling Stones, Dave. There's something coming up about that.
But you guys, I don't recall you mentioning Jules Holland, right? He was Squeeze, wasn't he?
Oh God,
Yeah,
right. Squeeze
been,
and Boy George are on tour in the USA in August and September this year.
All right. How many of the original members of Squeeze are still in Squeeze?
I don't
Jules
know.
Holland's
There's
probably
like
not in it.
there's 2 old guys, and
they're all going to be
sons.
old guys if they're the original ones.
But see, I've heard of Squeeze. I know Squeeze because I know Jules Holland was quite famous when I was younger, right? He had his shows on TV and he was in Squeeze and very talented or whatever. But I don't remember anything by Squeeze. I don't remember them ever being...
Not remember the 2 that I mentioned?
I may have been picking up dog poop at that point. I can't remember which ones you mentioned.
Well,
I don't think I remember...
Cool for Cats.
Cool for Cats.
Right,
Yeah.
Everyone knows that fucking song.
Yeah.
Right. New wave in the 1970s.
New wave.
And continued recording in the 80s, 90s, and 2010s.
Yeah, I think I got to give Dave... I'm on Dave's side here. I mean, he's the youngin' of us, right? I don't think...
What do you mean you're on his side? I didn't realise we were taking sides.
Well, no, I'm backing up Dave here just a little bit, just to, to
for
take
not
some
knowing
of the...
who Squeeze were.
Well, I don't think they weren't prolific in the 80s, right? And that's when those are Dave's formative years, and late 80s at that. How old were you in 89, Dave?
7.
Well,
there's no fucking way Squeeze was around, So he's into the 90s before he's even capable of knowing what Squeeze is. Yeah, I can see that.
All right. I just, I'm older, obviously, but
yeah. No, I think
I feel like it's a fair thing that it's quite a big famous band. It's not up there with Rolling Stones, obviously, but Squeeze is quite famous.
I said Jules Holland was actually in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't mention that last week.
I know Jules Holland, obviously. I didn't realise he was a part of a band, I didn't. You don't know about I haven't looked into Jules Holland's previous.
Well, yeah. I'm not
background.
regularly searching Jules Holland either, to be honest.
I didn't
Once a
actually
year,
know that.
probably, maybe nowadays.
Once a year down that Wikipedia
down,
rabbit hole.
down New Year's Eve or whatever.
Yeah. No, all right. I
Yeah.
know that now.
I think the Rolling Stones. What was the thing with the Rolling Stones? You said they were from the
No,
80s.
that's coming up. That's coming up.
Oh, is it? Okay, let's move
Yeah.
on then. We got Andy Cox. So I'll come back to Andy a bit later on. I'll talk about my some stuff relevant to Andy in a bit. Chipper Spice says life has been super crazy for me since I broke my wrist and trying to catch up on so much. Just saw Fraser's query about bucket list, and it's a good question. Living fun 100 is number one for me. I've never heard that expression before. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Living fun 100.
Someday having a nice living situation and pets next. Yes, Chipper needs a dog.
Does it have to be a dog? Get some fish. Something.
No, it's got to be a dog. She
Don't
loves
take the
she loves
fish for
my
a
dog.
walk.
So, we'll come to your dogs, I guess, in a bit, won't we, Dave? Dog
Ooh,
update.
yes. Dog update.
Yeah. Well, glad the wrist is sorted out, Chipper.
So
hope you
what
do.
did she do? What, like, fell on it?
Yeah, she did tell me. I've forgotten what now.
Breaking
it
your
was,
wrist sounds pretty bad.
Yeah, she went down on
Does
it.
sound
and-
like it
yeah,
sucks.
it's just a fucking ball ache, isn't it? Right?
Yeah, I know my daughter literally just fell over and got a compound fracture. And she had it all strapped up. That was like last year. It's like, what did you do? Like, I literally fell over.
Yeah.
It's like, I think tried to catch herself at mid fall and like landed right on it, and it was
Yep.
just
Just the way you do, right? Just too much pressure in one way, and there's some bones in there. They can take stress
a
one
lot of
way, but
bones in
not so easily the other way, right?
Well, maybe
So-
not your wrist. It's not got a lot of bones, but
Your wrist. has
not
a lot
far
of
from your
bones,
wrist.
doesn't it?
There is a lot of bones in your
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah.
hand.
Well, yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Neil.
Yeah.
Our resident specialist. Thanks for that, Chipper. Hope things are going down well in New York. My son's in New York right now, actually.
Oh, what's he doing?
Yeah, he's on a school trip.
School trip? He still goes to school?
He does, not for long.
only when there's
Yeah.
trips on.
Yeah.
When there's fun things to do.
Yeah, he went to see Wicked last night, apparently, on
Oh.
Broadway.
It's not a good trip then.
Yeah. No, he said, I don't think it was very, I think there was some bit with the monkeys he liked, but apart from that, he wasn't.
It doesn't sound like
Not really
a Stan thing.
No,
honestly.
it's not.
Not
It's
that I
not
know
really
him
a
very
Stan,
well,
It's not
but
really
yeah.
a dad thing either.
No.
I mean, did you ever go to any of the big shows when you were younger? I remember.
I saw Wicked with my daughter when she was 6 or 7. She
yeah?
loved it, so I
And
liked it.
you endured it. Yeah.
I was happy that she was.
Were you
enjoying
singing
it.
along?
Right.
No.
I
No.
think the only thing I've actually, other than the Wiggles, which I went to see when my kids were little, I think
don't
the
know
last
if
time
that
I went to the
counts as a
theatre,
big show.
no, I think it was pretty big. They were big. They were
Well, the
big.
Wiggles. No. Hey, no. The Wiggles are big. Doug. No doubt about that.
It's not Broadway
but
though.
But it's not a Broadway show. The Wiggles, is it?
No, I went to see The Selfish Shellfish when I was a child. No, other than that, I'm not sure I've actually been to a theatre.
Oh yeah.
I was our school was invited to. Well, my class was invited. Had the opportunity to go to see Joseph and his Technicolor Dreamcoat when it was Jason Donovan.
Yeah.
First came out.
And he was a proper smackhead.
I know, no, absolutely not. I'm like, oh no, you love it. But, like most of my mates went, like thinking it was going to be great, and when it was a musical, like yeah, it was going to be absolute shit. I don't know why you
It's-
bothered going.
My mum wanted to go see Joseph, and my dad wouldn't go, so I would say, I'll go with you, Mum. I'll take you. No worries. I went, it's fucking horrendous. I hated every minute of it, and I've sworn off musicals since. This is no way. I went when I was younger. I went to Starlight Express. Do you remember that? Remember that
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
Heard of it,
That
I
was the
haven't
one
seen
where
it.
they're all on roller skates.
Come past,
right?
come out in the crowd and everything, don't they? Zoom
Yeah, it was
past you in the crowd.
awful. I fucking hated it.
What's his name? Andrew
It's
Lloyd
not my
Webber.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't fucking do
Uh,
theatre.
I've been to see.
Well, there's a
oh,
depth. Yeah, but theaters are different. Theaters, if a good play is good, but musicals, I just
Who's
yeah,
the
it's not my thing.
Crystal Maze guy? What's his name?
Richard
Oh,
something.
yeah.
O'Brien?
Rocky Horror Picture
O'Brien.
Show.
Rocky Horror. Yeah, I've been to see that a few times.
Oh, that would be entertaining to go.
It is very
Yeah.
good.
My wife went to
Oh.
that this year, actually.
Yeah.
Did see a few
Honestly,
pantos. They're pretty shit, all of them.
Oh, Pantos are terrible, aren't they?
I think that's the whole point
But no,
of a
Rocky
Panto, though.
Horror, like actually, if you go and get dressed up, it's a good laugh.
Yeah, for sure.
But
That
you
one,
got to
that
be
one-
all in. You
Were
got
you
that-
wearing the tights and everything then, Dave?
I had the gold pants on.
Fishnet tights and all that.
Oh yeah. Did you
No,
take?
I was the what was his name?
You got to take rice and newspapers and all that sort of stuff, right?
Rice?
Oh,
I've never seen this.
Yeah,
thing.
for the
I've
wedding
never seen
scene.
it.
Yeah, you have
I've
to
never
throw
seen it.
rice at the wedding scene, and
Yeah.
then I think the newspapers when it's raining or something, you have to,
Yeah.
and everyone
But-
has water guns. Or...
yeah. If you get the opportunity to go, make sure you go with somebody that has been a couple of times before and knows the whole thing, and like just make sure, just lose all inhibitions and say fuck it, I'm up for anything. And honestly, it's the best thing. It's
Right.
so fun. It's so fun.
Right.
Yeah.
I won't go.
You just gotta say fuck it and do it. Like, honestly, it's so good. Rocky Horror.
Live your life by that mantra.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, Derek Signs has sent us something. We've not heard from Derek before. This is very nice. Hey,
This is
Derek,
nice
good to
'cause
hear from you.
when you make it easy for people to send you a message, this is what happens.
Well done.
This is from the
This
website.
is via the
was
website.
it? Ah,
Oh,
very
really?
good.
Well done, Neil. Good, isn't he?
Next,
All that
speak
stuff
pipes
Dave
next,
says
is
about
it?
you behind your back is just not warranted. Derek says, thanks, Sealers, for giving me 2 big laughs on last week's show. Oh, that's where the laughs are, when I'm not here. Firstly, Dave thinking the Rolling Stones were an 80s band when they released their self-titled debut album in April 1964. I wonder if Dave is a fan of 1990s Liverpudlian beat combo The Beatles.
Never heard of them.
Yes, I realised that after the show. When I was looking at LPs, because I'm looking at starting getting an LP collection, and I didn't realise the Rolling Stones were about in the 60s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
said 70s. I was like, they were definitely around in the 70s, but yeah, I was if I'd have thought about it a bit more and not been so shocked that Dave had never fucking heard of them being a thing before the 80s, I might have realised it was definitely around in the 60s.
No. Okay, my fault is that the stuff that I like of the Rolling Stones is the 1980s.
Yeah.
What did they do in the 80s? I don't know.
Start me up.
I don't know. It's just loads.
What was
I don't know. They had loads of stuff on MTV, and I was around.
Yeah, don't you? And Mick
mates.
Jagger dancing around with
David Bowie?
David Bowie.
Oh,
yeah.
see, I remember that.
Have
from
you ever
the
seen
80s.
that video where they've taken the music out and it's
No.
just the sounds of them dancing?
No.
You've never seen that?
No.
Oh, okay. We're digging that one out for later. That's for sure. It's brilliant.
Awesome.
Can you hear
But no, I love
director,
the Beatles as well.
director
I-
shouting
yeah.
as well and all that sort of stuff? Like directing them what to do.
Oh, no, that would be good, though.
No.
He also says, secondly, Neil starting his campaign to get sex scenes banned from video games. It reminded me of the alleged attempt by Radio 1 DJ Mike Reed to ban the video and single of Relax by Frankie Goes to Hollywood for being too explicit. Mary Whitehouse would be proud of you, Neil.
See, I think I've seen the video for that, and that's definitely okay. Like, because there's real people in it and it looks all right. But video game characters doing sex scenes looks fucking wrong.
What about Kratos?
Think of the children.
God of
Neil.
Yeah,
War. what about
exactly.
that?
Did I mention the Kratos thing? We talked about that, didn't we? But
Yeah.
but you had to use the joystick to simulate sex in inverted commas. That was dumb.
I use my joysticks to simulate.
Yeah, I'm
stuff
sure.
as
But yeah, anyway.
That's
Mary
good because I
Whitehouse,
use my
anyway.
penis. I sometimes use my penis to simulate playing video games.
well. It's a wangle dangle.
Donkey McGiant Wangle. Is he back?
Uh,
Mary Whitehouse. It's funny you said that.
Do you know
'cause,
who
like, as
Mary
soon as you
Whitehouse
said that-
is?
Well, what I know is the Mary Whitehouse
I
experience.
knew this was coming up.
and that as soon as I hear that name, that's what I think about with the comedian.
yeah, again, he's too young for Mary Whitehouse, right? Because she was doing all her saber rattling in
I'm
the
a bit
80s,
too young for
70s
her.
and
She's
80s.
well old. She's probably dead, to be fair.
I'm sure she has passed, but she was really prominent, like mid to late 80s,
A
right?
campaigner for
Maybe more. That's
what?
I mean, that's when I remember.
Standards on TV.
Yeah.
Not lowering the
Somebody will write
sound.
in next week and say, "I can't believe Fraser thinks Mary Whitehouse from the 80s. She was still."
It was definitely that was yeah. She was. I don't know what program she must have been on. A program. Was it like? Remember Points of View? Talking about old.
That was
TV
Esther
shows.
Ranson, wasn't it?
Well, I remember Barry Took.
Or was that Barry Took? Yeah.
Esther Ranson would do. She may have. That was the what's something about life? That's life, wasn't it? That's life.
Could
something?
be. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Where are we going with
Old
this?
TV.
Yeah, that's all right. Let's move on. Another thing from thanks, Derek. By the way, thank you very much. Good to hear from you. Mark, MS Rangers says, "Hey SEAL team, I'm hearing on the Veteran Gamers that you might be doing a London meetup. Please keep us updated as I hope to make it if I'm free." Yes, Mark. I was thinking about you the other day and making sure. I was like, shit, I need to get this out. We need to start saying some stuff because we knew there's people like Mark and whatever who may be interested in coming along. So yes. We are having a meetup. I'm coming over on the 7th. I'm going to fight my jet lag and come out for beers or
Which
whatever.
month?
We're going to meet up on the 8th, right? That's what we agreed on.
8th of
I've
June.
booked the 9th of June off work. So
So Saturday, 8th of June. I think we're just going to do pretty much what we did 2
more
years ago.
details
Right?
to come, probably.
We'll update as we go,
closer.
but I think we're going to be. Last time we met in London at Tayabs, wasn't it?
Well, no, we met at a railway station. First.
Yeah, but I mean, ultimately, yeah. Well, I think I met you guys at Euston.
Yeah, and then we met
everyone else at Liverpool Street,
Was it Liverpool
and then we
Street?
walked from Liverpool. Yeah,
we did the
from Liverpool
Monopoly
Street.
board, and
Yeah, we got two of the stations.
Yeah, let's think about a place where we're definitely going to be at a definite time.
Yeah.
So we'll probably be in the Good
pub
Samaritan pub
or...
at some point.
Yeah, where are we now? We're May 10th, so we got another 3 weeks to get the word out there.
Yeah.
Call it 2. We'll definitely have something. But right now, it's looking likely it's going to be north central London, like we did before. Just because that's easy, quite honestly, it's a piece of piss for me to get to, and it's a piece of piss for Neil and Dave to get to. And then
most people have a railway line that goes into London.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's just the way it is, right? It just really works out a little bit better.
Other cities are a little bit more complicated, for sure.
Yeah, we'd probably be. Are we open to ideas, maybe, of where we're going to go? But we'll figure it out. I mean, we went to a really good restaurant last time, which had the most amazing pork chops, which is I just want to go back there for the lamb chops. Sorry,
there was no pork.
I just want to go. Yeah, sorry, they were lamb chops. I want to go back for the lamb chops. My mouth's watering just thinking about them.
Yeah. I brought some lamb chops for tomorrow.
I didn't have them, but I had a little bit of yours. I was like, oh, I got the wrong thing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, play envy, did you?
Well,
oh, dude, yeah.
We're just getting there. Just bring us 300 lamb chops.
Yeah, that'll do us. Bring your own beers, though.
It's BYOB.
Yeah.
But it was good. Like, we were there in the afternoon. It wasn't busy, was it? I mean,
it was busy.
We weren't sure if
it was busy.
Yeah, it was busy.
Yeah.
They had a massive section with nobody in it, didn't they?
I don't know. It was busy. I thought it was like there was loads of people in there.
There was space.
But
there was space.
Yeah. I can't remember if we booked or not.
It was, there was lots of families and stuff in it. When we came in, it was like, oh god,
we really lowered the tone.
Yeah.
Well, we were. Yeah, I mean, it was okay. We were only in there for a bit, and then we went.
That was
to the
early,
pub,
though. To be fair, it got a lot more messy after that. So.
Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to plan around, think about Liverpool Street around about
afternoon,
late morning on that Saturday, right? I think that's what did we meet 11 or something like that last time? I think.
I honestly can't remember.
I'll
check my Google timeline and I'll let you know.
I think next week we'll have a place and a time.
Yeah, well, we need to get together and sort a few people out, don't we?
Yeah. Anyway, we'll figure it out.
Yes.
But yeah, that is happening. So please, if you can come along, that'd be awesome. Could be good to see you all.
So 8th of June is the day. Yeah. Details to be confirmed.
Good. Okay. Great. All right, then let's go back to where we normally would be and let's do some footy.
Hey, who wants to talk about footy this week?
I do.
Yeah, I thought you might. Because Fraser was top scorer last week. Boo.
I don't know how that happened.
It was Crystal Palace that got
Oh
you
my
out of
God.
the
Well,
shit.
I know how it happened in the end, yeah, but
I was thinking,
Yeah.
yes, I'm going to be top scorer, and then things happened in the Crystal Palace Man United game. Oh, what's happened here? Something's gone wrong.
yeah, I mean, I got very lucky on that last game with got like 20, 30 points or whatever from my Crystal Palace players. Very lucky, inspired choices. I was pleased with that. Good week for football, though. I enjoyed that a lot, that weekend of football.
Did you?
Again, yes. You did not, probably.
Well, we could have gone better. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Luton drew 1-1 with Everton Friday night.
Yeah.
Could have done with a win there, especially
Need
as
a win.
Forest won that weekend.
Yeah,
But,
that was a bummer.
Yeah, it was a bummer for us. Good for them because they'll bet they're getting squeaky bum time over there. Yeah, so Fraser got 104 points last week. I got 100 points. And Sam Hockley got 99 points. I'm doing this from memory because I write a blog now every week. If you go to the website, sealpodcast.com, you will find a blog getting written by me around the FPL. And yes, there's a bit more detail on there around who got the points. But yeah, Crystal Palace basically got Fraser all his points on. Well, not all of them, but a large chunk of points. 29 points, I think, you got from the Crystal Palace game against Man United on Monday.
Yep.
Michael Elise and what's his name? Munoz. I don't know what his name is.
Munoz was really the key
He got
there.
something like 16 points, didn't he, or something stupid?
Yeah, for a defender, that's outrageous.
It was
That's great.
outrageous. But yeah, so big moves from Fraser. He's up to 4th in the league. Got his eye on 3rd, I'd say. Not sure he's going to make it to 2nd.
No chance, I don't think, but we'll see.
Yeah, the top 2 are
trying.
like neck and neck points every week, pretty much. So it's going to take something to go wrong. Like, well, to be fair, my son has 3 hit this week, I think. I'm bench boosting.
I don't think he does.
Yeah,
I
yes.
think he's used everything.
No, he's got a 3 hit.
Mm,
He may say he's used it because he's used it now for this week.
no, I thought he'd used it before,
No,
but
no,
maybe
no.
I got that wrong.
No, he's got 3 hit this week. You've got wild card left, is that right?
Yeah, I'm using my wild card. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've used it already.
Yeah.
I used it today.
Yeah, so I've got a good bunch of double game week players for this week, and so I'll be bench boosting. I've got to get rid of my keeper, Neto, for Bournemouth, because he's not been playing. So there's a few players showing available, but they ain't been playing, like Neto of Bournemouth. So you want to have a look out. Make sure, if you're actually still interested in this, because there's definitely some people who've basically not been looking. You can see at their teams. They've got like red everywhere. That red means that the players are suspended or out injured or whatever. Quite a few players coming back.
Can we point out my text I sent to Dave? An emergency text I sent to Dave last week. Get Haaland off your bench.
Did he?
Yeah.
Didn't know
I
he didn't.
No, it was too late. He was too busy last week.
What an idiot.
Well, it was a bad move not getting Haaland off your bench because he scored 4 goals last week and he got loads of points. And I captained Haaland, so I got loads of points from him. Lots of people. It was 4 million people in the whole game captained Haaland, so there's a lot of people got points. But that's more people that didn't than did out of the whole thing. So it's about 12 million.
I didn't
people.
captain him.
No. But you did okay. Your Crystal Palace.
But I still
definitely
did
got you
all
out
right.
of-
It
out of the
still
shit.
did all right. Yeah, they definitely did.
So, Cup. We've got some Cup news because we're down to the semi-final stage of the Cup. I'm still in the Cup. My wife's in the Cup. I'm playing my wife this weekend.
Oh yeah. What about the cup?
And
Hey!
Christian is playing Angelo in the other semi-final in this Cup. So, hopefully it'll be Luton v Forest in the final. And hopefully it'll
What
be
have
the
we got
final
here?
game week for Luton v Forest in the actual league as well, rather than not literally
semi-final.
playing each other, but in terms of getting the points to stay up.
Oh, look at that. Could be a Neil versus Christian final. Could
Yeah.
be a Luton Forest final.
You were not listening to
Oh,
me.
man.
I literally was just saying that.
Sorry. I was just sitting there. I was reading it, and this is what happens. So I'm reading it, and I can't listen to do both. I beg your
Yeah.
pardon, Neil. Sorry.
Oh dear, this is what I have to deal with. This is what we have to deal with. So
Normally I keep quiet, but when I spot a little gem like that, I had to
Yeah.
say something.
yeah,
Even though
well,
you
I was
said it.
way ahead of you.
Yes.
It's logged me out again. It's fucking annoying. So big head-to-head league. Adams won the league. It's finished. Done.
Oh, is he?
Definitely.
No one can catch
Yeah.
him now. Actually, I've got that on the bookmark. I forgot about that. So, yeah, that's done and dusted. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one now. Sorry. So I'm not going to go through all of the scores because it's basically done now. It's head league. There's a lot of people There's a lot of movement potentially between second and eighth. I'm trying to find the league.
Yeah, you're right. I'm looking at it right now. So yeah, second down to eighth. Ninth is not really, no chance. Ninth is going to do much. Lewis is on eighth. Is at eighth on 57. So yeah, a
Jesus.
couple of wins for him. But if Lou or I or Christian win this week, then that pretty much excludes everyone from second to fourth.
Yeah, so there's three teams on 63, second to fourth, and then there's 2 on 61 and 1 on 60 and 1 on 57. We've got 2 game weeks left, so there's 6 points up for grabs.
They must win. They must win games.
Yeah, so definitely some the movement could be had in the Champions League places, if you like, or the Europa League places, still up for grabs. But yeah, the title has been decided already with 2 weeks to go.
Well done, Adam.
Yeah, that's about it really, football-wise.
Is it?
Big couple of weeks coming up. We've got a few double game weeks this week coming. Like I say, most people bench boosting if they've got that chip available, or wildcarding, or playing some sort of chip this week, because it's your second from last week to make the most of whatever you've got left.
It's the big push.
Yeah, things can happen. Magic can happen. We'll see if there's any magic.
Who's your captain? Who's your captain for this
It's
week?
got to be Haaland. He's got 2 home
Yeah.
games.
Do they?
I think
With easy games, yeah.
so. I don't know about easy,
Yeah.
but they've got to win every game. They've got nothing else to play for.
You-
other than
you
Both
that.
don't
their,
go
both
easy.
their games are away.
Oh, is it?
Not
Sorry,
home.
who's supposed? Someone's
Yeah.
got 2 home games.
Uh,
Forest
Forest
Newcastle
and
got to
Brighton.
away.
It's Man U's got 2 home games.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Man U.
Arsenal
Spurs.
and
But they're
Newcastle.
fucking shit. So
and Spurs too, and they're shit too.
yeah, they're awful as well. So Man City got to win, same as Arsenal. Arsenal have only got 1 game, probably going to win though, and keep a clean sheet. I'm going to take a 4-point hit this week. I think maybe undecided.
I looked at it.
I've got about 7 double game week players, and I've got to get rid of my keeper to get a double game week keeper in, and then I could make a 4-point hit to get someone else who's.
There isn't a really good double game week keeper choice, if I must be honest.
Yeah, but there's not really another. I've got David Raya of Arsenal, so who else is there really? Who's a good choice? I don't know. There's a lot of people coming back potentially this week. Kieran Trippier's been in training. Could be back for Newcastle. Could screw up a load of players he's already got.
I think I've got the Tottenham keeper for my double game week.
Yeah.
Well,
don't see any clean sheets there. Might get a few saves.
No, but they might keep a clean sheet against Burnley, and then he picks up another couple of
doubt it.
points. I don't know. We'll just see, right? You got to take a punt. I mean, I was going to put the Brighton keeper in, but I'd rather have. I don't want to.
No, you don't know which one's going to play,
we'll see.
to be honest, because I had a Brighton keeper and had to get rid because he wasn't playing. And then the other ones, when you get rid of him, he does play. It's shit, Brighton. I'm thinking Edison of Man City is going to be my double game week keeper because it's Man City. Then I'll have Arsenal and Man City keepers on a bench boost.
Yeah, it's not a bad shout. I decided to put Guardiola in instead.
Yeah, there is that option as well. But
Anyway.
I was going to do that last week, and I thought, nah, he's got a scorer. He can't keep scoring, and he fucking scored again, didn't he? Scored loads of points again. So, yeah, we'll see. I'm still undecided. Hopefully, I've got to make sure I actually make my changes and don't forget. But yeah, 2 weeks to go. A lot of stuff could still happen. We'll see next week. We'll be a lot closer to knowing what happens next week.
Yep.
Because on the final game week of the season, everyone plays at the same time, 4 p.m. on a Sunday. You can't be
Alright.
getting early team news on one team or guessing who's going to be ahead of the other teams and all that sort of shit. So because everyone plays,
Yeah.
and obviously we'll know what's to be played for in the actual league, which means you'll probably get an idea of which players are actually going to play in that final game. Because if Arsenal and Man City still need to both win, then they're probably going to play their best 11s, obviously. But if one of them's won the league by then they might rest a couple of players and play a couple of players.
Give a run out to some.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
And Chelsea might go back to being shit because they've got double game week.
It's very possible. Yeah,
But they've been very good lately.
they have.
I'm a
All
Chelsea
right,
fan
okay.
this weekend, I have to say. I'm rooting for
Yeah,
Chelsea.
we're going. We're going to do it for you, Neil.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We're going to try anyway.
I ain't sure at all.
This is exactly the sort of thing where Chelsea can trip up, just
Yes,
fucking
totally.
fall flat on their face, and
Really hope it.
seal Pochettino's exit.
Yeah. I can't fuck up this weekend.
All right. Okay. That's good for football then, I think. If you are okay with that, we shall. Let's move on then to what we've been up to. Neil, you want to start?
Exciting updates. Washing machine has been delivered.
Oh.
Plumbed in.
Plumbed
Appliance
in.
news. Very happy with my washing machine, I have to say. It's worth maybe, it's so far, touch wood. Feel like maybe spending a little bit extra on a washing machine might
I don't like the way that you looked down at your pants when you said touch wood.
It's not my pants, that was my desk.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about you, I sit at my desk when we're doing this, not on the sofa or something, or the toilet. But yeah, so it's nice and quiet. When it goes into its full spin, it's like, oh, that's nice and quiet. Whereas my old one was like, there was definitely something wrong with it, but fuck me, it sounded like the house was falling down when that thing was going.
Yeah, it's just eventually they just get out of
well,
balance.
Turns out
mine's out of balance. It's fucking charging around the basement every time we put a wash in now. Every time I come in after I've put a wash on, I come out. Anything that was sitting on top of the washing machine has been flung all over the place.
Yeah, there was more to it than out of balance. It was definitely like the drum was, I don't know, it was fucked in some way. It was so noisy.
What
brand? We've got some LG. Life is good. It's got AI. And,
what?
Yeah, it's got an AI wash. It's like, you press the AI, and it goes, spins it around a few times, sprays a bit of water in, and then goes, okay, this is going to take 58 minutes, because based on it works out basically what clothes you've put in there or some shit you've put in there.
I mean, I can see Dave and I both know, right? Fucking not AI, is it?
No, it is.
No, not at all.
It's just fucking.
This is what
equations.
AI should be for, not fucking creating art. This is AI should be taking the shit jobs.
It's just a
This is how heavy it is. It's this is the absorption rate or whatever, and it makes a deduction from that. It's not AI. It's not.
Oh, is it fuzzy logic? Yeah. Is this the new fuzzy logic? Is that what you're saying?
It's just a computer. It's just a computer.
All right. Well, how's that not AI then? It's artificial intelligence. It's not real.
Is it?
It's not a human being in there working this shit out.
Oh man, I'm so done with hearing about AI from every corner. It's just outrageous.
Yeah. Yes, Neil. It's AI. Well done. You
well, I'll tell you what.
Owns
the fucking washing machine knows what it's doing because my clothes come out smelling lovely and clean, and they're all clean. And I'm like, well, it fucking works.
Well, if I had a new washing machine, that is the minimum requirement I have for it.
Yeah, but it's doing a better job than my old washing machine ever did of washing my clothes, and it's quicker, and it uses loads of less electric. It's an A minus 10% efficiency or whatever. So it's 10% more efficient than A, which used to be, I don't know. My old washing machine was fucking about a Z compared to this one.
You can just be pulling anything out of your arse right now, and I'm just going to nod and go, okay, anyway, I don't know what you...
Enough washing machine talk. It was 520 quid. And one thing I did forget, I got it from AO.com, and when I pushed it back into its place, because it's underneath like a worktop type thing, I went, oh, look, there's a fucking dent in the side of it. So I phoned AO, and I was like, I've not turned it on or anything yet, but I'm just letting you know there's a dent in the side of it. She was like, "All right, okay." I said I sent some pictures because I checked out. You have to do this bullshit first. And she says, "Yeah, I can see your pictures. I can give you a £30 voucher if you want." I was like, "Well, I want to make sure it works before I accept anything," and it then turns out it's not fitting, it's broken. She was like, "Okay, fine. Well, if you do a couple of test washes, phone me back, or I'll phone you back in a couple of hours and see how if it's working or not. If it's fine and it's just cosmetic damage, then we'll give you some money back." I was like, "Cool." So I got £26 in the end because I didn't want a voucher. Because I was like, last time I bought anything for you was 6 and a bit years ago when I bought my last washing machine. So I feel like a voucher that's going to run out in 12 months, bit of a waste of time. So yeah, they gave me 5% back basically for having a small dent in the side of my washing machine.
It's all right. You can buy some powder.
Yeah, I
Did
don't
you
use
ask
powder.
it, what kind of powder should I buy? AI machine.
I'll tell you what else you can do. You can I resisted the fucking smart ones you can get, which literally like.
How can that not be smart if it's AI?
Right. Well, wait. You can get ones that literally hassle you on your phone how your fucking washing is getting on.
Oh yeah, you mentioned them.
Yeah, you can do that bullshit. I was like,
they
I
should
don't
just
want that.
order the powder themselves. It's true AI.
Well,
they
you
should just
can.
like organise with Tesco.
You can get machines where you basically just pour a load of fucking liquid in, or like softener or whatever, and it just squirts it in. It's auto dosing or whatever they call that. It fucking works. It just works out how much detergent you need, and it just squirts it in.
And then does it come back to us? It sends you I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Washing machine hungry.
Yeah. Well, I don't know because I didn't do that because I'm manually loading the amount of shit that I need to put in there. But you can download an app for your phone, and if there's something wrong with your machine, if you hold the power button, it plays a little tune out of the speaker. It's not a tune, it's just like a lot of beeps. And your phone can decode the beeps and tell you what the fuck is wrong with the machine.
So it gives you an error code and
yeah, basically
sequence and your phone.
But you can do that. I was like, hopefully I never have to use that. But that's as much as phone use as it's going to get. Hopefully I won't ever have to use my phone. But yeah, you can pay like an extra couple of £100 and get things that go, "Oh, we're entering the spin cycle" on your phone. You're like, "Thanks for that." Like, I really need to fucking know that.
Okay, now.
Oh, it will just basically tell you when the washing's finished, I guess. And you can change the spin.
There's nothing I want to pay more for than someone delivering me a message telling me I got to fucking get washing out of the fucking machine.
Well, this one plays a nice little ditty when it finishes the washing.
Your washing is done. By the way, you're also older and you're going to die sooner. Fuck it. Thanks.
That's true, AI. So yeah, that's that. That's about as exciting as a purchase as I've made in quite some time.
I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting, to find out what's going on in the world of washing machines these days.
Well, I can tell you, Miele is still the premium brand as far as washing machines go. You can spend you can spend probably more, but there was the base model Miele was £1,000. Yeah. I was like, yeah, that's a lot of money for a washing machine. Better last a fucking long time if you pay that.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd want to go down that route. I mean, I've got a Miele vacuum cleaner or suction device, whichever you prefer, and built like a tank. It's just brilliant, right? But I'd be worried about going into the £1,000 territory of a Miele washing machine.
That's where they start.
Up, right?
There was one that was £2,000. That's fucking insane.
I think my boss actually bought a Miele, and he had a real problem with something, and it was not cheap to sort out at all. Right?
They do come with quite a long warranties, the Miele's, to be fair. But I guess that's what you're paying for.
Yeah, I guess. All right.
Yeah. LG so far, good.
Life is good.
It is. It's good when your washing machine's nice and quiet. Although I want to talk about, actually, before we move on.
Go on.
The last 3 washing machines I've had have all made a different sound with the water comes in. Have you noticed this? Does your water make it when it goes, sucks all the water in, or basically turns the tap on, or lets the water flow?
Yeah, but
some of them, they've all made really different noises. Like what the fuck?
That's down to loads of different things, but like even just the pipe that it comes in from the mains.
It's the same pipe from the mains that's coming in each washing machine. But yes, they're just like, that's a different
filters
tone.
And
they're quite loud. That's as loud as it gets.
Well, you could actually restrict the tap.
Oh, yeah, I could.
The inlet tap.
I could, but
if it's too loud.
Yeah,
Because it's a slightly slower, but it's less noise.
You could basically be like restricting the water to the AI washing machine. Say, you better
Gotta stick
perform
it
or
to
you're
the
not.
AI.
Oh, yeah.
Just
You're
remember
rationed,
who's
washing
boss
machine.
here. Just remember who's boss.
Who's got the power?
Yeah.
Who holds the real power here, washing
No.
machine?
Washing machine's got all the power because it delivers clean clothes. At the end of the day, without clean clothes, it's not good.
Shh,
Yeah,
don't tell it.
Yeah, don't let it know that.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's in the other room. It can't hear me. From
Maybe it's through your phone. It can hear you.
No, because I've not got the phone connected.
Oh.
I didn't go full smart.
right.
I didn't make that mistake again. Do you remember the kettle?
How can forget, mate? Smart Kettle is our most downloaded episode. Bizarrely,
Wait, was it 1,000 downloads or something?
I don't know. People love that episode.
More than
Yeah, insane. There we go.
All right.
Maybe this will be the new smart kettle episodes. The
Yeah.
less smart washing machine.
Yeah, we got to title this show something to do with the AI washing machine. All right. Is that enough washing machine? I think it is.
Well, it's more than enough, I think. To be honest.
Yeah, right. Should I just go next?
Go for it.
I finished Fallout while I was away from the
TVs.
pod. Yeah.
Ooh.
Did anybody?
what did
you
you think?
guys?
I've still not watched
it
it
was-
anymore.
It was good, but I don't know. I think it's at the end of it all. I think it's a little bit of a miss. I don't know why.
Okay.
I really liked some of the characters. I'm not sure I liked all the characters. There are just a lot of bits that I thought were interesting. Like when spoilers, right? When she goes into have
I've
you
only
seen
watched
it?
2 episodes.
Okay, I'm not going to spoil this for you then. But there's a bit later on where with another vault, right? I think I can say that. And there's just some aspects of that which I thought were funny and just there are lots of really neat aspects of it, but it just overall, I don't know whether I would be. I'll probably watch the second season, but I don't know. It's really well made. Really well made.
I think the production value on it was fantastic. I looking back, it's not something I would watch again. I wouldn't watch the season 1 again.
Not
And I
CSI.
think it's
I
not
think there was
CSI.
just wasn't after having seen something like Silo and Foundation.
Yeah.
Those both set a very high bar for my future space. I mean, Fallout is a little bit more lighthearted than
Yeah, I think
those.
it's a little bit more tongue in cheek, isn't it? Bit less
Yeah, I
serious.
mean and maybe that's just that I preferred those other ones, right, with something a little bit more serious to get your chops into. But I don't know, it was good. Like again, I'm not rubbishing it. It's it was well done, really neat.
It's
And well
enough there for non-Fallout fans to get into, and there was plenty there for Fallout fans to go, oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
All that sort of shit.
Yeah, there was a
Little
lot
Easter
of
eggs.
callbacks and then Easter eggs. Yeah.
So yeah, that was Fallout. And then yes, I went and made another purchase. So that mixer I bought. So I bought a mixer for my DJ setup in December. And I believe when we last spoke, I said to you that was my end game mixer. I would never need to upgrade it.
It's
And I
trash now.
found-
isn't it? It's trash
Yeah,
now.
no, it's not trash. It's definitely not trash. But I was looking around and I saw another one, same manufacturers, and I went and I just couldn't resist it, so I went and bought it off this guy up in Niagara Falls. And yeah, it's good. It's a nice piece of kit. So
Done a couple of mixes,
mixer
I noticed.
yeah,
that
just
with your
playing
new
around
toy?
with it. We're just playing around with the new toy, right? So basically, the difference is for anybody who cares, the one I had before was a Zone 42, which is a purely analog mixer. This one is a Zone DB2, which is a digital mixer. So basically, it takes everything in and then has its own internal sound cards to process it all and fucks around with everything. It's got like effects banks on it, and you can reroute all the inputs to any of the channels. So you can basically very customizable in the way that the workflow, like you can set it up to have your workflow the way you want, and you can redirect
Can you get it to do
multiple
it itself,
channels
like
into.
with maybe an AI or something?
That's what I need, an AI mixer, right? But it's the same pedigree as the other one. It's just brilliant, just a beautiful piece of kit. This one's absolute mint, and just
Was it a
sounds.
bargain? Is it a bargain?
Yeah. I mean, I got it for 850 Canadian. I was looking online. Yeah, it's not cheap, but I didn't. But it's yeah. I got it. You know, if I was to try and go out and just buy one right now from another source, you know, you're probably looking at $1,000, 1,100 or something like that. So you know, yeah, I did all right. You know, like I jumped on it because I
Is
saw
it
it
the
and thought it was a
Miele of
pretty good deal.
DJ mixers, or is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Basically, when you're DJ mixers, you're either, you know, the top to the club standard is Pioneer or these zones. So
Pioneer is
yeah, it's good.
Technics, isn't it?
Sorry,
Same
is
thing.
it Pioneer or Technics? I'm having a
Pioneer
I'm
is
having a
Technics, though,
moment. I
isn't
think
it?
it's
That's the same
Technics.
thing.
Sorry.
I thought they're the same company, basically.
I don't. I'm not sure if that's right. Actually, I don't think they are. I've never treated them the same. But
Like,
yeah.
back to washing machines, but like, there's a lot of brands, like Zanussi, for example, and AEG, and they're all basically the same company. It's just like they've got different brands
Yeah, I
under
don't
the
think
same umbrella.
Pioneer and Technics are related. I'd have to somebody with more knowledge can go look that up if they like.
Maybe you could just get your AI assistant to tell you on your phone.
Yeah. Anyway, so my plan was to flip the old mixer, and then I just got back and I was like, I can't flip the old mixer. I like it too much, so I'm just keeping it. There we go. Plus, but the other reason I am keeping it as well is because the guy told me when he bought it because his old mixer crapped out and he had to send it in for repair, and it took 6 months to get repaired. So what do you do for 6 months? So I'm just going to keep it until
as a backup.
As a backup, and maybe even to use again as well. It's really interesting. They definitely do not sound
like a quad deck mix-up setup. Something, loads of decks. Like just have a wall of decks.
I'm gonna have a back-to-back setup, right? So you can come around. We can do a joint set.
I could be terrible at doing it. Yeah,
that's all right. But yeah, it sounds beautiful. Like I'm not joking. People have said like mixers, some mixers can make music sound better than it actually is. This, I swear that's what this is doing. It makes some of the music sound phenomenal. Like it's really interesting, right? It's somebody was saying like the mixer is the heartbeat of the whole system, right? And I never really paid too much attention to that, but absolutely 100%. Like I would put all my money into the mixer before I put it into some of the other things, right? Yeah, it's something else. Really good, really good. So I'm pleased with that.
Have you done a stream with it yet?
No, I should. Some point.
How do you do that? How do you stream with a real mixer?
Yeah, I could do that. No problem. It's got USB hookups, so I can hook a PC up to it. Right, you can use it as a full because it's digital and it's got MIDI functions. It's got mappable functions. I think.
Did you buy a foot pedal? Is that right? Do I remember that?
Yeah, I bought a Boss. Yeah, well, what happened? This is how it all started. Okay, so basically, I had my Zone analog mixer, and I was like, and I saw some guy, and but it doesn't have it has filters, but it doesn't really have effects. And I was like, well, maybe I could get some effects. If you wanted to buy Pioneer, I think it's Pioneer, do one called the DMX 500 or the DMX 1000, which is like an effects thing. If you ever look at DJs, they sometimes have them above the mixer. And they do all sorts of effects or whatever, but they're pretty expensive. So I found some guy who was like, yo, you can take effects pedals and route them through send and returns on the mixer. And basically they become part of the flow in the mixer. And I bought that pedal and it didn't really do it wasn't that great. It didn't really do what I wanted it to do. It sort of did, but it didn't. And then I saw that this Zone basically had its own effects banks, and I was like, well, I'll get that one instead, and then I'll sell the pedal. So the pedal's up for sale. So that's my amazing story. Thank you very much for
nice.
This is my TED Talk. Yes. Thanks for coming. And the other thing, I am now on statins for my cholesterol.
Oh,
yeah. Look to the future, Neil.
Well, I was thinking this the other day, like, it must be coming up to about a year since I went to the docs. So I feel like I'm going to need to book my appointment soon and go, I want to be checked again for cholesterol because I've done everything you
You want the
said,
blue pills and
apart from stop drinking. I've been eating so much fruit lately. Like I used to eat basically no fruit, and now I'm like, my breakfast is fruit. Yeah, I'm having a banana and an apple and an
you're a
orange.
fruit
or whatever.
monster.
And I'm having I've been eating loads more fruit every day. As in, I used to eat some vegetables anyway, so it was just the fruit part was just shit. And I'd used to eat.
Have you turned on to cider yet?
No, no, I've not got that far. Maybe next. Maybe that's next.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I know my blood pressure's not good still. So I'm like, my dad, he's like, my mum had blood pressure, and she took the dietary route to sorting it out largely. She was really like, well, I'm going to sort this shit out, and it got her cholesterol right down. My dad, he's got bad cholesterol, but he just pushed and pushed and pushed to get the drugs, and carries on eating fucking all the shit, cheese and everything, all the bad stuff. Eats fucking loads of cheese, and then just chucks some tablets in.
Yeah, well, it's funny you say that because I was talking to my friends last night, and they're just like, "Well, you've won the lottery because you can eat whatever the fuck you want, right?" And I'm like, "Yes, cheese is going down like a mofo."
Burgers every day. Yeah.
Saying that, I was going to go for a burger today, and I was like, "Nah, I better not." It's not that great, is it? Still, but yeah, I mean, I've tried to bring it down, couldn't bring it down. We reckon it's hereditary. My dad's on them. It's not as I've worked at it like you, Neil. I've worked at it with the exercise, with the diet. I brought down the diet as best I could, and still, whatever. The good news is my blood pressure's fine. My blood sugars are fine because I have diabetes in my family. So that's one of the things I'm always looking out for. So that's fine, which is great. And my kidneys and my liver are in perfect health, apparently. Who would have thunk? Eh?
Well,
who would have thought?
Not drinking probably helps that.
Not drinking for 10 years helps, yeah. So
good stuff.
That's the health. That's the health update. Now I have a little pill to take every day, and so you know what? Big deal.
Do you have to pay?
Yes.
A lot.
I think it was 3 months was $25.
That's not a lot.
Nah,
just the thing.
It's fine.
Small price to pay to eat cheese when you like.
That's right. Somebody said to me a few weeks ago, if you give me $25, you can eat all the cheese you want for 3 months. I would have taken that.
If I could do that, then yeah, defo.
Yeah,
cheese not included.
You can't eat
Asterisk, cheese not included.
Yeah.
No,
you need something special to eat cheese, Dave. I don't know what. Is there a thing that allows you to eat cheese? I don't think there is.
I think there is something that there is a supplement I can take, but it's more than £25 for a month. It's quite expensive. Yeah,
not available on NHS.
No. It's just like my gut health. Yeah. And if it includes milk or cheese or all the nice things do. Anyway,
I had some salt and pepper crisps the other day, right, at work, because they were
just giving the milk.
And I looked at them on the front because you have like your 5 little warnings, don't you? Like your fats, sugars, salts, whatever it is. I can't remember now. There's 5 things, and they're like green, yellow, or red, basically. And I looked at it, and the fat was red, and I was like, the saturated fat, I think, was red on a salt and pepper crisps. I was like, they're fucking salt and pepper. Like, what the fuck is in these? And yeah, they had some fucking bullshit in there. So it was like there was cheese and chili chutney flavour, and there was salt and pepper flavour. And they both had exactly the same amount of saturated fat in. I was like, that doesn't fucking make sense to me. Cheese ones I expect to have bad.
Yeah, but there's no cheese. That's just flavouring, right? It's the crisp. Yeah. It's the
no, because they were posh crisps, so they did have like cheesy stuff in.
Yeah.
But salt and pepper, I'm like, that's just salt and pepper with vegetable oil. What the fuck is going? Where's all the where's the saturated fats coming from?
From the cheap shit they're making them with.
They put some weird lactosey bollocks in there.
Crisps, mate. You do not,
They're not good.
You can't, in one sentence, tell us you're making an effort and then tell us about you eating
I just had one bad pack of crisps. Like, if I have a pack of crisps, they tend to be baked crisps now. They're not fucking fried ones.
I don't think there's any kind of crisps that are good.
Right, I think the baked ones are a lot better than the fried ones, to be honest.
That's probably true.
I think better, yes.
Yeah, they're still not
good. No.
Yeah, better.
Um,
Yes, and good. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else? All right, that's me done. Dave.
Awesome. We've got 4 new additions to the household this week. They were born on Tuesday morning.
Oh,
At
did I spoil that earlier? I did a little spoiler then,
You
didn't
said
I?
Yeah,
dogs.
you said about
Sorry.
dags.
So the,
Said about the dags.
people might have been paying
Uh,
attention. People probably weren't, though. To be honest, let's be
I'll,
honest.
I'll put a photo up for people that are watching the Twitch. There's
There
4.
they are. The little
There's
beans.
there's
The
2
doodles.
sandy ones, 1 red one, and a black one. We've got 3 girls and a boy.
Nice.
Ooh.
So yeah, so Lilo started. Wow, fucking hell, that's the story. So she was showing signs that she was in the process of giving birth, and it was Bank Holiday Monday, and at about 12 o'clock in the day, she started passing liquid, as if to show that she was going to start giving birth. Oh, okay, right, fine, cool, brilliant. Monday.
Daytime winner.
Anytime now, it's fine. 4 hours passed and she was not even doing anything more, but she was still passing liquid. Like, this is not good. So I popped to the vets. They did a blood test, they done a scan, a general check over. Said, yeah, showing signs, but the scan shows she's fine. The blood tests, she's got all the calcium and all the other things, but labour's just not happening. Should be fine. Go home. That was a bill for 560 quid for that.
Fucking hell.
Oh, mate. Why you?
Right.
Oh, jeez.
So it was like, ouch. That's
They
really
didn't even fucking do
shit.
anything, really. Take it back.
Didn't
Get
even
him,
do
get him
anything.
delivered there. How much does
So
it
you
cost
could
to get him
actually
delivered
not
there?
have gone.
Yeah, because they ultimately done fuck all. I said, yeah, she's fine. That's it. So okay.
Fuck
So
me. Should have become a vet.
she, oh mate, if it wasn't a bank holiday Monday, it'd have been fine because we've gone to the normal vets, and I think we could claim it back through our insurance, and I'm looking into doing that,
I
or
think you
claiming
probably
back
should.
whatever it is minus the excess. I suspect the excess is going to be 500 quid.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a fucking racket, all of it.
honestly,
There's your profit gone.
yeah, pretty much. So she did end up having 5, but the first one was stillborn, because what I think is she passed the placenta and started giving birth, but she didn't start giving contractions. So the first one didn't get the oxygen or whatever, which was really sad. That was about 4:30 in the morning on a Tuesday. So yeah, so she started contracting on Monday night at about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. She passed the first one, stillborn. Yeah, I tried for about half hour to bring it round, but it wasn't. And then about every half hour after that, she gave birth to another one. And we were only expecting 4, because that's what all the scans had said. There was 4. So the stillborn and the 3 came out. It was like, oh, okay, that's fine. And then she was just like the last one. She was literally just lying down, and my daughter was like, "What's that?" I was like, "Oh, it might be some afterbirth or placenta." But I don't think it is. And I checked. It's like, "Oh no, there's another one. It's going out." So yeah, so she had 5, and 4 were healthy and gaining weight. But it's quite stressful. There's a lot going on. You know, I I didn't think I'll be so involved, but like we are.
Yeah.
We've taken care of them and stuff, and
Well, we just saw the missus come in from behind you, so she's obviously gone to keep an
so
eye on them.
yeah, I
Right?
think
Yeah.
she's on the phone with mates. We've already sold. Somebody is showing a strong interest and wants to put a deposit down on one, but we want to keep one. We want to keep a girl. I think the girls here want to keep. There's a black one that they want to keep. I like the look of the red one. And then there's 2 sandy colour ones. One of the sandy colours
Will they
is
stay the same colour when they grow older? Or do they change?
they kind like poodles
Because I used
kind
to
of
have
lose their
really
colour a
blonde
little
hair when
bit.
I was a little boy. then it kind of went brown when I got older.
So some poodles, when they're born black, and it is evident with my dog, is that they're black. They do go grey after about 2-3 years, and they slowly lose their colour. It's just a thing with poodles. But that's the black does go grey, but other colours stay the same colour. So the red one will well, they call it apricot, that she'll stay that colour. And same with the sandy ones. They'll probably go creamy, but like a sort of a dark cream colour. So yeah, I don't know. We'll set what works something out. They haven't even got their eyes open yet or anything. They're still, very dependent on their mum. So yeah, they haven't got their immune systems or anything yet. So lots of people said, "Oh, let's come over and have a look." Like, no, but if you really insist, like, you've got to come in, you've got to wash your hands, you've got to take your shoes off, you've got to, not touch and pick up because Lilo doesn't want people messing about the pups either.
Yeah.
So she has been very defensive is the wrong word. She's been very protective. Yeah. So she will physically put herself between her and other people that are coming too close to her puppies. So she's been a really good mum. And yeah, I've weighed them. I weighed them when they were born. And today, and they've put on about 50-60 grams between in a couple of days. So that's
And
excellent.
she 100% no worries with you touching the puppies or anything like that. She's just,
she will put herself between me and holding the puppies. So yeah, even with me, she won't growl or anything, but she's like, no, leave them alone.
yeah.
But I've got to sort them out. I've got to check them over. Make sure that all the fingers and toes, and if they're boys and girls, and their umbilical cords and everything have detached correctly, and make sure they're not got a hernia and haven't got a cleft palate, and there's lots of things got to go over. But in the next week or two, like she'll become not so attached and not so protective of them, and then we'll, like, after about 4 or 5 weeks, we have to have them as a bit of a separation and start weaning them and stuff. So yeah, it's I don't think Vic and daughter like know how hard it's going to be, like just getting them away from each other. But you got to do it because they've got to be ready to be gone. The ones that they're going at 8 or 9 weeks. So yeah, it's
not going to be long, is it?
No, I know it goes so quickly. It's yeah, same with kids, but no, it's good. It's hard work. Like, yeah, it's a lot harder than well, same for kids really. You don't realize how hard it is until you actually do it. So yeah, that's the story of the pups. I don't know if you can, if you can't really see. Nah.
You just see something orange.
They're in the crate. Yeah, they've got a cover over them. They're in the dark, and basically Lilo is a feeding machine at the moment. Yeah, but she has, like, she gets to go out and go to the toilet and stuff, and we feed her. But yeah, and then the pups make a slight squeak, and she's straight back in there and lie down. And
do you not taking her for walks and stuff still or anything like that? She's just basically
no. The first well, what was it? A couple of 3 or 4 days. She won't want to go out for another week or so because she just wants to be around the pups.
Yeah.
If we did try and take her out, she'd just be straight back at the front, like wanting to go back front door. In a couple of weeks, maybe. But at the moment, yeah, like she just wants to go out, like go toilet in the garden, and then she's straight back in. So yeah, it's like exciting, but hard work. I did have Tuesday and Wednesday off, and to be honest, I could could have probably had Thursday and Friday off. So yeah, no, it's all right. It's not too bad. The other thing I was going to say about is I've been going to the gym. And I've got to the point now where after when I go to the gym, when I've been doing. Oh, how long I've been doing the gym now? Like
Few
4 or 5
months.
Oh, I
months.
don't know. That's well. Christmas was it? New Year?
Yeah, just after Christmas. But now I'm getting into a point where after I go to the gym, I'm not absolutely fucking shattered
Yeah.
or aching
You're fit.
or well, I know. It's like my body actually knows what's happening now, and it's like, why are you trying to kill me? And now it's like, oh no, I can do that. So
You're
yesterday,
not pushing yourself hard enough, Dave.
well, that's the thing. I'm really pushing myself. The last couple of weeks I've been doing bent over row, which is basically bent knees, pivot at the hip, so stick your bum out, and then have the bar, and then do a number of reps from the bar to your abdomen. And this week I did my maximum, which two reps of 70 kilos, which is the most I've ever done. Well, actually, I'd done 2 reps of 60 and was like, that was not my maximum for 2 reps, and I went up to 70, and I did it, and I was like, I think I'm gonna hurt after this, and I didn't, and I'm like that was my maximum. I couldn't do any more reps after that. That was definitely my max for 2 reps. But I was like, it's really weird that I was like, I could probably do the same again today or tomorrow, which I am probably going to do the same thing again tomorrow now. But it's weird now that because I'm fit, I can do more gym. And it was
Are you actually like enjoying the gym now? Rather than you're just like, it's not like, I've got to go to the gym tomorrow. It's more like, yes, I'm going to the gym tomorrow.
Well, I have actually. I'm going to start doing a personal training session as well on a Saturday, which is 50 minutes with a geezer and I basically said I want upper body strength and I want a 6-pack.
Don't forget your
And I was
legs,
like,
Dave. You don't want little chicken legs
Nah,
and have a
fuck
massive
those.
like. You don't want to look like one of like Johnny Bravo
Little
or something.
spindly legs, yeah. No, I do running and stuff like that on a Monday and Tuesday. So, but I don't actively work on my legs.
Well, you're going to end up with funny little chicken legs.
Yeah.
That's big, like, massive up top, little legs.
But no, like I'll try for it. But I don't actively like the gym.
It's a necessary evil.
I think because I don't smoke anymore, I think the gym is now my escape from daily life, having to do the dishwasher, do the washing up, cooking food, or socializing. It's my excuse for having me time, which
it's good me time, to be fair. Much healthier me time than smoking.
Yeah. I could substitute it for just sitting in KFC and having a bargain bucket for myself.
That doesn't sound very healthy.
For like 50 minutes.
No.
You won't enjoy that for very long.
Well,
one way or another.
I'll enjoy it for a couple of years, yeah.
You'll be on the statins before you know it.
Yeah, come and join me.
But no, I enjoy it because it's my time. And I do enjoy the fact that I am getting better at it. I think that's the thing, is that
you ain't taking videos of yourself down the gym yet, though.
No,
not setting your phone up
just,
like that.
Just at my ass, or just like underneath my crotch or something when I'm doing
getting right down in your squats.
Yeah. Honestly, you see some people down there, and to be honest, they do look good. But it's, on the other things, like
you're obviously a bit of a bellend.
Yeah. Yeah. some like I know a friend who has done that, and they're like, "Oh, I'm just checking my form." It's like that's what mirrors are for. Like you don't need to record yourself doing it. You just look like a bellend.
It's not a golf swing. It's not like a golf swing. You need to look at and watch and study and work out what you're doing wrong.
What? It's true.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. Depends who you talk to, right? In the
You can tell.
the
There's
who
probably
you
enough
are
people in the
because
gym
of
that's
how
going to
far
tell you
your
you're doing it
fucking
wrong.
the ball goes. You know, like the video is not telling you if you're doing it right or wrong. How far your ball is going
No,
and
but
how
if your ball
straight
goes
it's
funny,
going.
then you need to know what you're doing wrong. That's why you video your
You're
golf
hitting
swings.
it wrong.
I've never videoed my golf swing, by the way.
That's what's doing. If it's going all wrong, if you're hooking or slicing it, then you're hitting it wrong, and you adjust
Yeah,
it.
but you need to be able to watch what you're doing wrong.
No, you just need to hit the ball better.
I know the theory. I'm just shit at the practical when it comes to golf. I wouldn't know,
Like
to
me
be
in
fair. I
football.
haven't played for about 15 years.
So yeah, that's the other thing. And the other thing I was going to say, I was the reason I'm kind of dressed up today, is my mate's got a positive news from the hospital. So it's like down the pub.
Good stuff.
So
nice,
yeah,
good, nice to have some good news.
that's it. It was like, oh, it's nice to actually go out and meet up and have like something nice to talk about
Yeah.
and some good news. Whereas a lot of the other reasons that we're meeting up at the moment is not good news and funerals and stuff. Is like,
Yeah.
okay. So no, it was nice to go down and have, it was good intentions of having one drink, and then one drink it turned into two, and then it was like, oh, there's more people turning up. And that's why I messaged you guys. Like, oh, I might be a little bit late. In the
you
end, I
did good to
wasn't.
get. Yeah, you did good to get away from that then.
Yes.
But
Nice
also,
bit of discipline.
I've got the gym tomorrow. So
Yeah, exactly. He's got gym in the morning. He can't be fucking going in massively
It's
hungover.
gym, is it? Yeah, he doesn't care about
Yeah.
us. It's the gym.
But no, I did. I promised my mate that I'll drag him down and get him into it as well, because he liked the idea of that. So yeah, no, it's nice. It'd be nice to do. Nice to go to the gym with one of my mates as well. So hopefully he'll come down and we'll be gym
I'd
buddies.
encourage you to do leg day.
Oh, fucking leg day. Fuck leg day off. That's it. That's basically my week of
Right.
what a fun-filled week, but
Filled for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah. You've got a few weeks of
Good stuff.
busyness by
Oh,
the sound of it.
congratulations to Lilo.
Yes.
Yeah, no, she was dead chuffed. So yeah, and she's been such a good mum as well. That was one of the things I was worried about, is that you always worry about this shit, don't you? But yeah,
No.
no, she's been an awesome mum.
Good stuff. All right, let's move on then to what we've been playing.
Go for it.
Right.
Well, we
You
got a
just
lot
go
on
first.
here.
I added a very brief one at the end.
Yeah, you've got a few in there. Why don't you start us off with one then, Neil?
Right. I'm going to say it again. I'm not going to talk about it a lot. I've been playing Gran Turismo 7 again.
Okay.
I'm up to 90 odd hours now of this game. By
Right.
far my most played game on PlayStation 5. I'm still just doing the weekly challenges. I think I've run out of menus. I keep getting the ones where you've got collection menus to keep buying cars, to encourage you to spend all your money. Bought some cool cars. Not really much more to add, I guess. I got my million
Right.
credits for getting the silver on the weekly, the fortnightly sport mode time trial. I've got a couple of millions now, a couple of silvers. The new one that come out this week, I think it might be my favourite track. It's one of the ones I would really do well on. It's Laguna Seca. You must know Laguna Seca. You've played racing games. It's with the corkscrew.
No, well,
And I did about 5 laps, and it was in a VW Sirocco. So your standard, like everyone has to use the same car in the time trials. And after 5 laps, I was already on silver. I was like, yes, I fucking know this track. Like, I don't know. It's just like, when it comes up to that when it's that track, I'm like, yeah. There's other tracks I'm like, I don't even know this fucking track, and I have to learn the track before I even fucking get quick. But yeah, when Laguna Seca come up, I'm like, yeah, I've raced this so many fucking times now. I was like, just getting used to the sort of nuance of that particular vehicle and the grip and all that sort of stuff. But basically, I know where the braking points are and all that sort of shit. Just got to adjust it a little bit, fine tune it. So yeah, I was well happy with that. I was like, I reckon with a bit of effort here, I could get to the gold time on this one. Because I'm only about 2 seconds off, and I'm like, I can definitely reckon I can shave that off. Right, like if you just making a couple of minor tweaks to where you brake, and then you can get much better exit speed out of corners and stuff like that. You can like shave like fucking half a second off a straight or something like that. So just hooking it all up together, I reckon I can get gold on that. So that's definitely one of my aims over the next week and a bit is to get a gold again. Which isn't just driving on the absolute inner limit of the oval in a piece of shit car at max speed, basically. Which is the last time I got gold. This has actually got some racing, like actual like driving technique to apply in this. But yeah, so
How much is that worth for you?
2 million credits for getting gold.
Versus
1
what's
million,
your
1 million
silver?
for silver, and 250,000 for bronze.
Right.
So it's worth it for sure.
You got your eye on a car to buy with that?
I've got my wish list of cars because like all of my, like I say, you get these collector menus, and every time you get more get up a level, oh, here's some more cars to collect. Hopefully you've got a load of them already, but there's a lot of cars that are expensive that I don't own on these collections now. It's like, there's a Jag. I can't remember. It's like the World Endurance Championship Jags from 1990s. It's like fucking 3 million or whatever. It's only they were the cars that only come up in the sort of the legend whatever cars that come up every so often. They're really expensive. I saw one that was 20 million the other day. It was a Ferrari. It's not. It's like the. It's not a Formula One or anything like that. I think it was 10 million for the McLaren Formula One car. And then there's another one. There was a Ferrari that was 20 million. I was like, I can't ever see me getting that car. Because every time I get to like 2.5 million, I'm like, well, I can afford $1 million for this car that I always had my eye on. So then I go down to like 1.5 million, and I've never got more than. I don't think I've gone over 3 million really. So I keep spending it just because I'm like, yeah, I can buy that. The car I got a DB5 the other day, which is part of my collection. Like that's the old James Bond car from like Thunderball and
must race
more recently.
Like
is it Skyfall?
Pig.
Was it in Skyfall? I think.
Yeah, I think they might have dropped one in there.
I think they brought it in Skyfall. But yeah, it's a lovely car. But yeah, it's not a fucking race car, is it? Sounds awesome, but yeah, I ain't going to be driving it that much. But it was like 900,000 credits. So just a silly.
Have you driven it yet?
No.
Have you actually? No.
It's got the little video when I bought it the car. It's like, yeah, it looks really nice. Probably never drive it. But I just spent 900,000 credits. It's in my collection now. Yeah, lovely, nice. But yeah, that's fucking Gran Turismo. That's enough Gran Turismo. I'll be playing it probably near enough every day for a bit. So.
Right then. Well, why don't you, Dave, give us one of yours, and then we'll jump back to Neil.
Okay. I've been playing a lot of Stellaris.
Now, see, I had my son came downstairs and said, I've just bought a season pass for Stellaris.
Season pass?
So there must be new stuff that's come out.
There is new stuff that's come out. I'm not playing the new stuff. The new stuff is a DLC that's for synthetics or I think it's synthetic stuff. Basically a whole new type of character and upgrade path and story and everything like that. I knew it was coming out, but they've also done a big update on the actual base game as well, which everybody gets. And I think the last time I played Stellaris was probably about 1.5 2 years ago.
Oh, is it really?
Maybe even more. But no, I was just like, update. I've seen a lot of positive things about it. It's still a great game. to play. It's probably about 8 years old now.
I think it's
And yeah,
technically 7.
constant updates and stuff on it. I'm playing as a calculator, basically, a mechanoid hive
You've got
mind.
AI.
It is AI.
You see that
yeah,
coming from a
yeah.
mile off before it arrived.
Everybody hates me because I'm an AI. And I accidentally purged all the organic life out of my systems.
That's what they want.
Yeah, it was an accident. I was like, oh, what does expurge mean? Yeah, that means just kill everything. I clicked that, and then I'm like, nobody liked me anymore. Why is everybody at war with me? Yeah, it's because I killed all of their everybody had migration treaties with me, and so I had lots of different populations in my. I was like, I don't want these horrible organics. I've got
Well,
like
people
really
travelling in small boats to come to you.
good. Yeah. And then they swiftly vanished once they
Yeah.
once they were
Oh,
there.
did you send them to Rwanda or something?
I sent them to the giant grinders. So yeah, so nobody liked me
I
anymore.
think that sounds a bit like Rwanda.
Yeah. So yeah, it was that was a learning experience in Stellaris. But yeah, I've pulled it back. I've got everybody back onto my side. I've said no, I'm not really that bad anymore.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work here.
But yeah, it's a really fun game. And yeah, I definitely uninstalled it for a reason because I've put in nearly 10 hours in 2 or 3 days.
Rookie numbers, Dave. Rookie numbers.
Yeah,
Come on,
but
Dave. You're not even trying.
again, it's one of those games that it's so easy because I'm in the room to assist with Lilo and the puppies. I can pause it. You know,
You can then accelerate time to make things happen while you're.
and I can accelerate time. Yeah.
I've been watching a video and nothing appears to be happening.
Yeah. 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 It's a slow game.
There's a picture of a
and
man, and there's a mouse pointer that moves around, and I don't really know what's going on.
And yeah, there's lots of micromanagement, and you've got to balance
the Dave game.
You got to balance
It
economies.
does say paused at the bottom of the screen. I've just
Oh.
noticed.
Even when you pause, there's fucking shit loads to do at some point. So yeah, it's great. There's a sale on at the moment with Paradox Games.
Yeah.
And as you say, there is a season. I just moved my camera.
Yeah.
There is a season pass of Stellaris, which is a new thing. Because there is so much DLC and so much content been released in the last 8 years. I think there's like 800 quid's worth of stuff.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I won't be buying that.
Well, you can buy a season pass.
Probably on a humble
pay
bundle for like £17.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. There is a lot. So yeah, I've been sort of keeping up with it and buying it as and when it's been coming along and sort of trying to keep up to date. There is a few things that I've missed. But yeah, there is a season pass to get all of the DLC, all the full access for everything.
Is this a bit like Civ?
I think it's
it like Civ but in space?
Kind of, yeah. Yes, why not? Say that.
So is it turn-based,
or is it a grand strategy that is?
Or is it more real time?
No, it's you can pause time and
but like there's no take a turn and then the enemy takes a turn.
No, there's no turn-based combat or anything like that. Yeah, it's very difficult. And there's lots of customization on it as well. Tons of mods. You can have full Star Trek
Galactica
version. Probably. It's
Foundation. But that's in there now. Isn't it?
Probably.
Some nerd will have done it.
I think. Like there's so much games to start with. Like when I start messing about with mods, it's either for quality of life. Like there's some things I don't like that make the game slightly better just to look at, or it gives better options, or there's total changes. But I don't think you'd ever run out of game within XCOM because it gives you so much choice, so many different types of people to play as, not people, types of aliens to play as and play against. That personally, total conversion mods are not my thing. I'm sure it is for some people, and it is there if you want it. But yeah, I don't think I'll ever. The amount of time that I have, I'll never run out of.
You're already spending enough time. You don't need to be spending even more time.
Yeah, that's it. It's a one more turn game. It's just do this thing. I'll just like do this one thing. I'll finish this research. I'll finish this war. It's.
What's the latest you've been to bed playing this game this week, Dave?
Not too late, but 2:00.
It's getting
But I have been
it's getting late. It's getting late.
I have been putting it on before I've been starting work. So like, getting down,
the boy.
getting down to like 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I've been playing it for an hour, and then
Nice.
starting work, and then contemplate, can I work while playing this? Like, definitely not.
No, you can play. You can play while you're supposed to be working, but you can't work and.
But yeah, that's it. Yeah. No, yeah, it's definitely not
it's not a cookie clicker.
Game. No. It's not a Rusty's retirement.
Right.
All right. Stellaris, back again.
Indeed.
Neil, do you want to talk? Oh, you might as well just pick one, I guess.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll do another brief one. The super brief one is: I heard a buzz around a load of good games coming out this week.
Yes, me too.
Like loads of, not like probably games most people, not the ones that the Call of Duty type of people are going to have heard of, because they're all loads of indie games, I believe. One of those games that's getting a lot of praise, people talking Game of the Year talk about this. It's called Animal Well.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, that looks kind of okay. It's Metroidvania, very retro-y. And when I turned my PS5 on today and went to PS Plus page, it's in fucking PS Plus. I was like, oh,
yeah,
nice. So I downloaded that.
I heard that.
And I played it for literally about 15 minutes. I was like, yeah, it's pretty retro looking. How do you describe it? It's really retro looking.
I've seen it, and it was on my radar from yesterday. I saw people talking. I guess it came out yesterday, right? And people were talking about it. And I nearly pulled the trigger on it. And then today, in one of the Discords that I'm in, there were a couple of guys and they were like, it's not really as good as I thought it was. One guy said that. So is that the case? I don't know. That's just the first thing. That's the first feedback from a real world player that I've had. So you're the second.
Yeah, so I've literally, like I say, I've played it for 15 minutes. You basically, when you start the game, it says, I don't know, press circle or whatever, and you hatch out of this plant thing, and you're basically just like a circle. I don't really know what you are, basically like a pumpkin or something, I don't know, but you can walk around. And the graphics are super retro-y looking. It's like a sort of fake CRT, like there's pixels, but there's like gaps between the pixels kind of thing. That sort of aesthetic. It's made by one guy. I don't know what's going on with the video. There's getting some weird little visuals in between the gameplay. And it's been taken 7 years apparently to make the game or something. So it's super early, and I just wanted to say that I'm checking it out, and we'll hopefully play a bit more of it this coming week. But basically wanted to make people aware that it has come straight onto PS Plus. If you have
that's probably what I should do. Extra. Is instead of buying it on Steam, I should buy a month of PS Plus.
Yeah, PS Plus Extra. This is, I believe.
Oh, is that the hardcore one?
Well, it's not super hardcore. It's not premium. But yeah, it's a Metroidvania, apparently. But yeah, it's To
Right.
be continued, I guess. But yeah, I wanted to make people aware. Rather than going to
Okay.
buy it somewhere, you might have PS Plus extra and go, oh, I might as well give that a go.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of start off obviously with not a lot of abilities, and you gradually get more and more stuff that you can do. But
Typical.
it's cool
Well,
so far from what I've played. Interesting. I know I've seen some
yeah,
videos of stuff that you can do later on, and I'm like, it looks like it's got potential.
yeah. All right. Yeah, I'd like to give it a go. So we may see that come round again then.
Cool.
You'll have more to
I'll
report on it
definitely
next
play a
week.
bit more of it for the next week. Yeah, and let you know
Cool.
what I'm thinking.
All right. I'll talk about Balatro
Never heard of it.
briefly.
Never heard of it.
Briefly, I'm at 80-something hours in Balatro now.
That is insane.
Yeah, I'm playing it regularly. I'm trying. I don't know. Where am I? I'm trying right now. I'm stuck. I'm trying to do the blue stake on the red deck. That's what I'm trying to do right now, which is proving rather a pain in the arse. I've been at it for most of the week trying to get a run that's going to survive, that I can survive. I know it'll come at some point. I just got to keep throwing darts.
What does
at
the blue
wall.
stake do?
I can't remember.
How
I don't
many
know. Every
stakes
time I
up is
do-
this?
It's about 4 or
Oof,
5.
this is hardcore.
Yeah, because the problem with the stakes is every time you do a stake, it nerfs you, and
Yeah.
then you do the next stake, and it nerfs you again.
There is a
with
reward
the
though,
other
isn't
nerf.
there? Usually, a payoff to the being nerfed in one way. You get a payoff somehow.
Maybe. And there's a lot of variety too. Like you can, if I just want to get the blue stake so I can unlock all the decks, right? So now I'm actually what I did was I went away from the red deck and now I'm on the checkered deck trying to do all the stakes on the checkered deck because the checkered deck you automatically start with all clubs, all spades and all hearts. That's all you have.
Do you
So
actually? Do you
straight-
have to do diamonds and clubs? They just all behave the same. Is that right? Or is that, or literally? It
No,
just
the
swaps
the
them?
checkered deck is half of it is all
Right.
heart. All the diamonds are hearts and all the clubs are spades. So it's all just hearts and spades. Only 2 suits.
Right.
So straight from the off, your flight, you can just drop flushes like they're no problem.
Get
Right?
me that. Play every fucking diamond or whatever is worth extra.
Yeah.
Joker,
Yeah.
that sort of shit.
Yeah. But I'm enjoying it. I'm really, really like now. I'm. These higher stakes are difficult, but I can play lower games now and usually win a run. It's not so bad. What I'm really liking is just. I was saying to somebody today, I said, there's just the thing about one of the things I love is that early stage where you're just scrambling, trying to get money, right? Can I spend the money? Should I be saving for interest? And it's just this tight economy. And then somewhere at one point, and it could come very soon or it doesn't come very soon and you're constantly trying to scrape a living. But there's that one point where suddenly your money is okay and you're just now the money's working for you and you're just churning coin. And I love it when that point in the runs comes because
Do you
then
have
can
a tactic generally that you sort of play mostly, or do you just
I've taken
roll with what comes? Have
a,
you developed enough various tactics that you can like when a Joker comes out, you're like, right, well, I can just start playing this way now.
not necessarily. I think it's still very dependent on what gets thrown at you. But what I have learned is to not be afraid to pivot, right? If you just want to suddenly change, like you can do it. Yeah, I don't know. It's still revealing itself, right? And on how you want to play or the styles that you want to play. I mean, it's just phenomenal game. I just love it. Right?
Best 12 quid you'll ever spend.
Yeah, probably. Although I did spend it again today. Gifted a copy to Matt, but
Did he not picked up a copy already?
no, he said it was too expensive, so I bought it for
What
him.
a tight ass.
What?
That's all right. It was his birthday a couple of days ago, so
Oh, we didn't
Or
wish him a happy birthday.
or a month ago actually. So
A month ago.
but yeah, Balatro continues. I'm not going to dwell too long on Balatro because we still got quite a bit to go through here. So yeah, Balatro still tends to be is still excellent. Yeah, really good.
It's
I did. I'll tell you what I did
definitely
do.
Game of the Year contender. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I'll tell you what I did the other day, because there was a run. A guy did a run where he was trying to max out Jokers. It was Balatro University. It was a 3-part YouTube run, and it went for 6 hours. And I watched the whole
one
thing.
run?
One run for 6 hours. I watched the whole thing
Holy
over
crap.
a few days. And it's just fascinating to watch him, like, just, and because he talks you through the games so well on what he's doing and why he's doing what he's
How
doing, right?
the fuck do you play this game that much? That's mental.
So yeah, it's good. All right, who wants to go next?
Right, well,
Neil
I've got
or
another
Dave?
little tiddler.
All right. So I heard.
I mentioned this one last week, didn't I? I started playing Resident Evil 7.
You mentioned it to me that you were, because I
I'm sure I talked about it
game,
last week,
so-
didn't I? I said I'd started playing it. I've stopped playing it.
Oh yeah.
I made it a lot further than I previously had, but I got to this point and it was just pissing me off. So I was just like, I can't be fucking bothered. I just kept dying. I can't remember. It's that fucking dude, the dad's dude. He's a dick.
Right.
It's just a pain in the arse. It's worse than Mr. X in fucking Resident Evil 2 by a long fucking way. It's just like I'm just getting on, fucking doing my puzzles, opened a fucking door with the statue or whatever that needs to make a shadow and all that bollocks. And the next thing, oh, he's fucking back. And I'm like, ugh.
Mm.
And you can try and creep around and not let him see you. But he always fucking sees you and he just fucking kills you. And the one he's done that like 10 times in a row, I'm like, fuck off, I can't be bothered.
Oh.
I don't know why. I just can't be asked to fucking persevere with it. I'm just like,
It's broken you.
Resident Evil 2, I don't know, it never felt like, there was definitely times I was like, oh, that was fucking, I nearly fucking killed him. Because like, Mr. X is not that hard to get away from.
Yeah.
Whereas this dude is a fucking dick. He just,
Mm.
like, you can't run around. Like, you run and you turn around and he's right in your face. You're like, for fuck's sake. And he'll just grab you and squish your head or whatever. Like,
No.
when he's done, like I say, when he's done that 10 or 15 times in a row, just fuck off.
Oh.
Did you finish 7?
I finished 7, but I do not count 7 as being a memorable Resident Evil for me. I did not. I mean, I finished it. I played it.
It's only supposed to
just
take
didn't-
7 hours. I'm like, I'll be fucking here for 7 hours trying to get past this tiny little bit
Yeah.
if I carry on.
I don't know. 7 to me just felt like they had turned and tried to do something a little bit different from whatever. And
They
and
definitely
it just-
achieved that.
Yeah, they did that. Yeah, but I just didn't think that it was that great. I mean, it was okay. I thought Resident Evil 7 was okay. I mean, if we can segue into 8, which I've been playing this week
Maybe we
and
should.
finished,
What?
Ooh.
rolled credits on it yesterday.
Holy crap. Okay, let's talk about that then.
Which tells you almost all you need to know about what I thought about Resident Evil 8, which is I thought it was fucking brilliant, right?
So better than 7 then.
Yeah, I mean, I just 7 to me was just not a wonderful experience. It was okay. 8 to me has felt like this is Resident Evil 4 updated. That's what it feels like to me. So it's like they've taken the mechanics and the way they've built 7, and they've refined it, and they've made.
I thought
4.
8 was first person. This guy's walking around in third person.
Which bit are you looking at?
He's in a village. It's called Village, I don't know. It's walking around a village.
No, that's not the main game, I don't think. Or is it? Yeah, it could be. Maybe you can do. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Oh no, that's not from the main story. That's something else.
It says Village Gameplay Walkthrough Part 1 full game.
Oh no, maybe it is. Oh yeah, it is. Sorry, yeah. Oh yeah, okay, whatever. I don't know. Fuck, that's probably skip that cutscene.
This was a cutscene.
Yeah, but
Probably.
anyway, so yeah, it's good. I don't know. I really liked it. It just reminds me a lot. It just it seems to take a lot of its cues from 4, like all the different scenarios. Like you have the old village, then you've got. I mean, it's very much like 4, right? Where you start and you go and you're starting in this village. You know, one of the early parts is you're in the village, and then there's tons of them around. All you got to do is survive, right? Sound familiar? Because that's the start of 4. When you go into the village, you just got to survive until the church bell rings. And then, you know, you've got a big house that you can go through, which is sort of like the earlier Resident Evils. Then you've got a factory that you can go through. I mean, they just tick all the boxes for this sort of typical Resident Evil stuff. I don't think I'm not having as much fun with it as I've had with 4. I would say 4 and 5, but I still, you know, if I had to pick all the Resident Evils in order, I'd probably put 5, 4, and then 8. 8 would probably be up there.
5?
I
Top.
love 5. Yeah, I love 5.
Everyone
I think
hates 5.
I like 5 a lot.
Well, your opinion
But
is invalid.
but I loved 5 because
you co-op it?
the replay, but the co-op was excellent in 5, but also the replayability. Like once you started grinding new game pluses, it opened up tons of awesome weapons, and you could just blow through everything. And you know, that's the thing about Resident Evil. It's a fucking slog. You know, it can be a real slog.
First time through.
Yeah. So although bizarrely, I'll come back to it. I'll say, well, you should probably try 8 because
unfortunately, it's not on sale anymore.
I found with this, I was very frugal because I've played a lot of Resident Evil. I assume that ammunition is going to be scarce, right? So very, very frugal, trying to kill as many grunts with knives and searching everywhere for everything, right? And it does a very good job of showing you when you pull up your map if it's red or blue, depending on whether you found everything. So if it's red, you've still got find secrets. Yeah. So by the time I got to things that were challenging, I had tons of ammo, tons of weapons. And I was just able to offload onto all the big bosses. And like I think the final boss, there's the final 2 massive bosses. The second, or is it 3? Yeah, let's call it this. Sort of one of the final bosses, the second from last boss. Like I finished him in the first. I didn't even get. That was one attempt and finished him. And actually, that wasn't even related to any of my weaponry. So, you know,
it was just mad skills.
It was just mad skills, yeah. And then the final boss, like I just unlike, you know, I was like, well, let's go. I've been saving all this for you, right? And then just offloaded, right? And then it was fine. Yeah, and so I'm on a new game plus run now. I've already got an infinite grenade launcher already. So now I'm just having a hoot, right? Nothing is a problem now, right? So
where's the game now?
Where is it?
Like, what are you doing in the game if you've got an infinite grenade launcher? What's the game?
Well, the path I'm on now is I'm actually playing a casual run right now just to try it because I want to just push through as quickly as possible and get a load more money. Plus, they've got a load of challenges, and when you complete challenges, you get challenge points, and you're going to use your challenge points to unlock even more weapons. So you have to grind to get the good stuff. Like I don't think I've got anywhere near all the good stuff now. Actually, saying that, the grenade launcher is good. It doesn't one-shot stuff. It's not like the rocket launcher in 5, right? That one-shots everything. Okay. But it does make life very easy. But
you hurt yourself.
I know there's super powerful. There's like super powerful weapons that are available. I've got to find them and get to them. And I just love that part of the game, right? Just pushing through, getting to know the maps, know where everything is. What's the fastest way to get through things? Where are the good points to grind? Yeah, I don't know. It's just fun, right? It's just fun. And then in typical Resident Evil, I mean, oh my god, you have to play it for the second for one of the areas early game is just outrageous. I gotta admit, they do it very well. Like I started playing it, I was like, this is okay. I played enough Resident Evils. I'm not gonna be scared or whatever. Like the first hour or whatever, like I definitely shit my pants a couple of times very nicely. And then there's one bit. People who've played Resident Evil 8 should know what I'm talking about, but there's one part in a house a little bit later on. It's just wrong. just wrong. Like I
Oh.
just nightmare fuel, right? Nightmare fuel. But you have
Excellent,
to see
excellent.
it 'cause it's such a good experience, but it is just wrong on so many levels. You're like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Right? It was good. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it.
Hmm.
So
So you're
Yeah.
not going to get 4 then? Remake.
we had 4 remake. I bought 4 the
Did you?
remake. Yeah, but I just wasn't. I started it and I was like, you know what? I really can't be bothered with this. And
You're not
then,
tempted there now.
yeah, maybe if it came round
Because
again
it
on
does look
sale.
pretty nice.
Yeah,
Resi 4 remake.
yeah. I could be tempted if it came round again at a better price. Maybe. I don't know.
It was on sale, so half price or something on PlayStation the other day. But
Yeah,
they've changed all their offers, so it's not on sale anymore.
maybe. I mean, I know that game inside out, so I've got a
Is it
feeling
gonna
like
change a bit,
Resident Evil 9 might not be far away either,
Well, it
right?
could
I didn't
be.
realize it's been so long since this game came out. Like 8 came out 3 years ago.
Really?
Yeah,
Holy crap.
yeah, right. So
They're doing all right, Capcom, apparently.
yes, so I heard.
They're one of the few companies that aren't just fucking closing everything down and
Yeah, yeah,
actually
yeah,
bringing out more games and make.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's the proprietary engine. I don't know. Is that a secret? They've got their own engine, and they make.
I think they just
good
release
use of
good
it.
games, right?
Yeah,
You know?
and they kind of know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They have a target audience, and they deliver.
No, I highly recommend it. If you could get a chance to get on board, then go. If I think you'd probably enjoy it more than 7 if you were getting frustrated at 7. Maybe, but who knows?
There's no
Um,
dickhead dad that's just gonna fucking be invincible in this game.
no, there was only one point. There was one point where I spent a ton of time working my way through this section, and then I died, and it threw me right back, and I had to do it all again. And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And so I went back at it, and then I kept dying to these things that were whatever. But to be fair, I soon got the hang of how to dispatch them pretty damn quick, right? Just a bit of practice going back, and then I was like, "Yeah, that's okay." And again, when it threw something pretty hardcore at me, I had the arsenal to really take it down. If you've got pipe bombs, you shouldn't be using pipe bombs on like a single guy, right? Save your pipe bombs for when you're really going to need them. And if you have that sort of attitude where just try to be
I
frugal.
played the
with it.
demo for Village. It was a demo when it first came out, and it was the werewolves. You're in a graveyardy area, I think. And there were some werewolf things.
Yeah, that's probably the start.
I'm so out of touch with RE stuff. Just don't know. I can't even get started on them.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
This one's a little bit of a slog at the start. I don't like the way it's very slow moving at the beginning.
2 and 3
but it
are
does...
on Game Pass, aren't they? The remakes. 3's on Game Pass for
they
sure.
could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look at them going, nah.
Yeah.
Two remakes really good. 2 remake is really good.
Yeah, 2 remake is good. Yeah, I mean they're not everyone's cup of tea. Fair enough. I like them. Always have done. So I'm glad. It pleases me greatly that this was a good experience. I'm really pleased. So that was nice. So
Good
and I'll be
stuff.
playing more of it. As soon as I get a chance, I'm going to sit down and keep going and go. Because when you've struggled to get through, and then you finally get to the end, and then it goes, here you go, have an infinite grenade launcher. It's fucking, well, I'm going back in, right? There's no choice, right? You got to go back in. Like just totally mullered just for this one boss, before we started the pod. It felt very satisfying. That's why you go back, right? It's very satisfying. So, yeah, it's good. And the merchant is tremendous. He's great in this one. Right. So, yeah, it's good.
Is he the same merchant as in 4? Is it the same guy?
No. No. And the other thing is I played the whole way through with Japanese audio and subtitles. Yeah. Yeah. I always figure on these games, why not, right?
I've not done that on this game.
Yeah, let's
I've never
put it into
played Resident Evil in Japanese.
Oh, it's cool. Yeah, it's really good. I didn't even think about it. After a while, you stop thinking about it, and you're just reading the subtitles, and then that you're getting the voice acting right with the way it's supposed to be,
the way it's intended to be.
Yeah,
like when a game, like all games, basically default, even if you're in English, to having subtitles on, and I can't help but read the fucking subtitles. Anyway, even though it's in English. I'm like, I can hear perfectly well what they're saying, but I'm still reading the fucking text on the screen.
Mhm.
And then I miss like the spectacle that's actually occurring on the screen because I'm reading
Yeah,
the
there
fucking
is a little
words.
bit of that. Yeah. Sucks to be
So-
deaf, eh? Right, I guess.
Deaf? I guess, yeah.
Yes, deaf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you can hear shit and you need subtitles. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I guess you can't really use your other senses to compensate when you're playing a video
Or
game.
it sucks to not know Japanese.
I don't know. Japanese is pretty hard.
I really like listening to games in Japanese, though. I
Yeah,
love
they-
it.
they-
Like,
I like the sound of
my kids
Japanese.
are always like, "What are you? Why have you got it in Japanese?" I'm like, "'Cause it's just cool, right? It's
How
just,
come
it
you
just
don't like
sounds good."
Yakuza?
That's when you need to start gaslighting them and say, no, you must be tired. I think you need to go sleep.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
And then when they have a rest, you come down, you make sure it's in English.
yeah. Right. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's good. Yeah, very pleased.
I've heard it's good.
Yep, gets a mass thumbs up from me. You should
Good
check
stuff.
it out.
Oh, if only it was still on sale. It was fucking well cheap. It was like 14 quid.
I
on
told you to
PlayStation.
buy 8,
I
not
know
7.
you did.
Why do you not listen to
I
me?
didn't buy 7. It was
Oh,
on
you
PS
already had
Plus.
7. Oh, yeah. Anyway, it'll be back round. They always got this
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
So,
It'll be back on soon.
yeah, give yourself a break from after your horrendous 7 experience.
So I've had quite a break already. Even though it's in the same week, I have filled that time with something else, which I will talk about soon.
All right. Okay. All right, Dave, you want to go? You got a couple there?
Literally, very quickly. I alluded to one earlier. Rusty's Retirement. I'm still playing it. It's a village idle farmer game.
Were you playing it
it's-
last week? I may not have got to
Yeah.
the point where you guys were talking about games actually last
We
week.
were
Yeah.
talking quite a lot of other shit last week, to be honest.
So Rusty's Retirement is it occupies a space on your monitor, not the whole space, like either the bottom quarter, maybe even less, a fifth, or the left or right sides. And it kind of plays over your other stuff, so you can play it in the background.
Can you play it on the back, like in the main window as well? Sort of
Yes.
thing?
Yeah. So I play it when I'm playing other games or watching videos or something like that. And it's basically a very simplistic idle farming game where you're putting down plants and you're setting up crops to grow, and Rusty goes out and waters them and picks them and looks after them and then turns them into biofuel, and then you get robots to do that for
Turns
you.
them into biofuel. How does he do that?
Turns them into it's an alternative currency instead of coins. It's another currency that you do. But biofuel is 3 different types of crops put together and sort of generate something.
What is Rusty? Is he
Rusty's a person.
Is he looks like
Rusty's
a
retired
rodent
to a
or
farm.
sort of thing?
Huh?
Looks like a
I
rodent
think it's a
or something.
dog or something. Yeah, something like that. So and then you can have other people join your farm that do various things. It's a game that you experience rather than play. It's like £5 or something.
3D
and
devs.
Shocking, isn't it? Absolutely shocking.
I think it's one guy. I think he's doing very well for himself. I'm glad for him. And he's doing out multiple updates and changes and fixing things on the fly. Yeah, it's just a lovely little game that you can have on in the background.
Or foreground, really.
In the foreground, yeah, but there's been quite a lot of people in the media talking about it. It's like literally is the game that you play while you're doing normal work, and then like you spend a minute or two.
You can shrink your
Not
window
focusing on
to the
your work.
top, like whatever your actual
Yeah.
work is, into the top half of your screen, and then just let this thing
Well,
play out.
Windows 10 and 11 like has things that you can resize your windows to occupy the spaces where Rusty is
Yeah.
or isn't. I don't know. So yeah, it's a idle game that I like it. I'm just experiencing it and just having it in the background. I'm not actually playing it while I'm working. I'm playing it while
you
playing
playing
the
it
game.
nowadays?
Right.
Are you playing it
I
now?
wish I could. I wish if I could like actually install Steam and install it on my work computer, like 100%. But no.
Not like run a remote desktop to your
You
actual.
have a work computer. I have a Balatro computer I do work on.
So yeah, it's just a lovely little game.
So this is
but-
getting a big thumbs up then at Rusty's retirement.
Yeah, I was covering over the buy button on this today.
I saw it
It's-
have been added
it's
to your
getting a
wish
lot
list
of
or something.
press.
Mm.
Don't expect it to be a game that you're going to be
It sounds like.
focused on.
We remember Farmville on Facebook.
Yeah,
Kind of reminds me of that.
a little bit like that. Yeah, there's less microtransactions.
Yeah. Well, I don't think
sort of
Farmville, to be
actual-
fair, any in that bollocks. It was just like a massive time sink, wasn't it? And it was like you do this, and then
Yeah,
your
but-
crops
well,
will be
this is-
ready in 3 hours. Come back in 3
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah, well, you kind of a little bit like that. Yeah, I suppose so. But it works in the background, and I don't know. I just like having YouTube or Netflix on the other screen, and it's in the background there, and or I've got to put some more crops down than I do. Yeah, very easy. So
Interesting.
big
Yeah.
thumbs up from me.
I will if you don't mind, I will just interject because I did buy another game actually, which I forgot about to mention. I'll
Ooh.
just mention it briefly. It's called Koi Farm.
Koi Farm.
Yes.
Oh,
And
no,
in the
Koi
midst of
Farm.
my Koi Farm, yeah. Koi is in the fish.
Yes.
So it's this tiny little game. It didn't cost me much. And I saw it and it was just like it said this is very relaxing or whatever. And I was like, oh, relaxing's good. This is exactly what I need right now. And basically you load it up and you have a little stream that runs through the center of the screen. And then on either side of the stream you have a small pond and a big pond. And through the stream, through the middle, come these koi, and they're different colors or whatever. Or first, you get like a black one and a black couple of blacks, and some whites come through. So you can grab the koi and you put them in the ponds, and then they mate and they make small koi, and then they create different colors. And so basically, you're just trying to sort of crossbreed all these fish. And then you have a book where you can just every time you finally get to the breed that you're trying to get to, or the color combination you're trying to get to, right? Then you can keep them as a record in this book and basically collect the different koi. Make your own judgment
Yeah.
It
on that one, if you will.
Sounds like as not a good as game as Dave the Diver. That sounds like a mini game from Dave the Diver.
It's a very small game with a very small premise, but it just happens to be rather relaxing, I guess. Just have these fish in the background. Yeah. Take a look. I'm not going to spend any more time on it than that. Koi Farm.
I thought you'd refunded
Check
it.
it out. I was going to refund it. And I was like, I've played 119 minutes. I'm 1 minute under the 2 hours. I was like, nah, I think I
That's
do
pretty
want to play it
shady.
again because I was trying to get like I haven't figured out how it works yet, right? Because I took like I was trying to get a predominantly orange koi with white, say just for example, a predominantly orange koi with white markings.
This is exactly what he was after, wasn't it?
Say, what's that?
It's exactly what you was after, wasn't it?
Yeah, it ended up being quite stressful actually. Now I think about it, and I was like, "Fucking koi!" And then, so I put a white koi and an orange koi in the pond, and I'm getting a white koi with predominantly white koi with orange markings rather than the other way around. I can't figure out why it is. And I
You should have
like,
put the
smaller
orange
ones.
koi in first, and then the white.
Well, I put a small orange in and a big white, or a white big white, or a small white and a big orange, and whatever. And I still haven't got whatever. So I haven't quite figured
You want
out.
an orange one with white markings? Did you say?
Yeah, or something like that, right? So
You don't even know what you want now.
Well, I can't remember. I haven't loaded it up for a bit, but so yeah, it's neat. I mean, it could be just levels of RNG that I've just not just figured out yet. But yeah, no, I still got it loaded up. I'm not getting rid of it. I want to go back. I need to pop it back up. At some
Hundreds
point.
of hours later.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know about that. So, all right, what else we got?
Last one. I've been playing more Wreckfest,
This is also on
I've-
PS Plus, I discovered the other day.
and there's cross-play enabled across.
Was it never a cross-play enabled? before?
No.
Oh, well, that's good for them.
Yeah, it's good for everyone.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
More
like there's
players
lots more
equals
servers
good.
and yeah.
No brainer, isn't it?
Yeah. I think they enabled that a couple of weeks ago, or a month or two ago. But I jumped on it, and still brilliant gameplay.
You've always loved this game, yeah.
I've always loved this game.
I like the game, but when I started on PS Plus, I had to do the lawnmower race all over again. I was like, oh, that's right,
Just
right
go
at
into
the fucking
multiplayer.
beginning. Yeah,
Just
but you have to have money to buy all the cars, don't you?
no, you don't.
Do you not?
Just play it.
Just play it.
Just play it.
Just rent the
Just rent it.
cars. I suppose if you want to get, there's one or two really good cars.
Customization, isn't it, and all that shit.
You do that through the multiplayer as well, though. So
Can you?
not as quickly as a single player, but yeah.
I've still got it installed on my PS5. I do own it on PC as well, to be honest.
Oh, right.
But my PS5 is definitely getting usage, whereas my PS4, I've probably used my PS5 more than my PS4 already. So
Really? Yeah. I think personally, Wreckfest is a fantastic simulation.
It was a
Of
sort of physics
Destruction Derby
simulator,
game.
wasn't it?
Yes.
Really, when it first started out, was it called Next Car Game? That was what
It was
wasn't
called Next Car Game. Yeah.
Yeah, because we all played it, didn't we? The Seals.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but
No. The Next Car Game, that iteration was just a fun, stupid thing, where it was in a giant playground where things were trying to smash you up, and no, the actual game itself, I think the physics of it is very well done, and the racing, when you get a good race,
we're just watching Destruction Derby basically.
Yeah, we're just watching it. But like races can be very close, with different cars and different abilities of people, and buses going around the wrong way trying to fuck everyone up, and it honestly it makes the game. It's that kind of stupidity is that I'm winning a race. Fuck
Here
a
comes the
combine
boss.
harvester has just combine harvester has just come around and taken me out, and now I've got to try and race back, or I'm dead. Okay, yeah, I should have seen it coming, or you're in fifth, and then the whole section from first to fourth got took out in one foul swoop because a bus basically stopped in the middle of a jump, and it took out everyone. And you're like, oh, I'm in first now, brilliant. And it's just so stupid and so random that it's like you can't be pissed off with it, because like the only thing you can complain about is, okay, maybe I didn't do the race as good as I should have. Maybe I made some bad mistakes. Maybe I tried to take someone out when I shouldn't have done. Or you're like, yeah, like it's just a random occurrence, and shit happens. So, and even if you do lose, so fucking what? You've lost a few credits. You're still making progress on your credits and your score and everything, and none of it really matters. It's just fun. There's little. I think there's not many games where it's just like it's just fun.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. What with the all these other sort of competitive games and stuff. You're letting the side down, or your kill death score is not going to be as good as it should be. This game is just like, fuck it, who cares?
You stopped playing any Helldivers lately?
No, I did the tutorial. That's all I've done.
When is to do that? Because I've got that sitting there waiting.
Yeah, we should go play that.
Yeah, that's another game. It's just like, yeah, just shits and good. Some people play it for competitiveness.
I ain't into that. I'll be just
Nah,
because it's definitely
it is.
Like playing it on your own is not the one. That's for sure.
No. Well, I know there was a big thing about Helldivers being banned, or
it's
they tried to enforce that
PSN login.
Yeah, and then
on the Steam version.
Review bomb
and
that,
everyone reacted completely sanely.
Oh yeah, I don't give that any airtime. Fuck that noise. Right, well let's move on then to the last game, because we're running now here. We're running over, so
yeah. Well, this is the game I've played shitloads of this week. I started it this week, and I have played 24 hours of this week. That game is Fallout 4.
Now, question: had you played Fallout 4 before?
No, maybe started and gone, whatever.
Right.
This is the definitive version of Fallout 4 because
Oh yeah, what does that mean?
it's been next gen updated, but obviously the people who own the game, i.e. Microsoft, have bodged it on their PC and the fucking Xbox, haven't they? And
I think I heard that. Yeah.
yeah, it's fucked, but it's largely fucked. It was largely fucked beforehand, to be fair, I believe, and they haven't really done anything to fix that. But they've upgraded the visuals, and it's still a bit broken. But on the PS5, that's the place to play. Apparently, it looks nice and shiny. It's the best looking Fallout game I've seen. But it's basically Fallout. So you run around, you're picking up a load of shit, and you walk around and go until you've picked up so much shit you can't run anymore, and you're like, oh, I suppose I should probably do something with all this shit.
Or
and
get
this
the perk
game
that makes you create like.
Yeah, but this game they've actually given you something to do with all of the shit you pick up. I don't remember having all this stuff to do with in the. 3.
No, I don't think they did. There's always tons of stuff you could pick up, and not really much to do with it.
Yeah, now I have things I can do with all of the shit that I pick up. The random bullshit that you pick up. The fucking cigars. Or whatever. The fucking wrenches that you pick up. And now you have to build settlements. And oh dear. I've spent a lot of time building settlements and crafting shit. Because there's a large part of the sort of introductory missions are like, you meet some guys and they're like, oh, come and build us we need somewhere to stay. So you start, then you have a fucking about 20 things that you have to finish off. Speak to this guy, build some beds, build some fucking defenses, build some crops, build all this shit. So I did all that. And then, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be going to rescue my baby. That's the story. I better go and find my baby. So then, after massively sidetracking and building settlements or whatever, doing just random shit as you do in these games, I was like, I better crack on with the main quest. So I made a bit of progress on the main quest. I've met Nick Valentine. People who've played the game obviously know who that is. He's
I remember the name. Yeah, he's in the Private Eye. Or something.
He's the Private Eye, who's a synth with like a largely degraded synth. What I found very early in the game.
He's in the camp, isn't he?
He's in Diamond City, which is the big city.
That's it. Yeah.
So basically, there's a quest that you end up having to go to Diamond City, and then you meet, and then there's loads of other. And it used to be, it's in Boston, isn't it? So who plays at Boston? Baseball? I don't know. Whoever, that's basically where it is. It's in the baseball stadium. Hence, it's called Diamond City.
What? White Sox? Red Sox?
White Sox? White Sox sounds right.
Yeah. Well, if there's Red Sox or Chicago, I can't remember.
I don't fucking know. I don't do baseball. But yeah, it's in a baseball stadium. It's Diamond City. Hence, it's called Diamond City. Because of the diamond.
Ah.
Yeah. Anyway, so what I found in this game, which may be a bit different from other Fallouts, is quite early on in the game, I stumbled on a set of power armor. I was like, oh, this is cool. It's just round the corner from where you fucking start the game. I was like, oh, cool. So I largely spent a lot of time just running around in that going, yeah, I'm the fucking man. I can kill everything. Nothing can kill me. And then you run out of power and go, oh, shit. Now I'm just running around in my shitty Volt suit and everything's killing me. So I did do quite a lot of dying. Because as soon as I was like, but you don't really need to add much armor. Like the shit from the raiders that you managed to kill and stuff like that does quite a lot of defending you. Like I've definitely run around with just a bit of like a chest plate and and some arms and some legs pieces on, and they don't really look like they're doing a lot. Certainly nothing compared to the power armor. But I'm like, actually, it makes loads of difference to have that little bit of armor on because you just don't get completely destroyed by a fucking mongrel. There's one running around in the wasteland.
If you pay a little bit of attention, I think too. I don't remember ever being really challenged. You know, as long as you're keeping a little bit of an eye on
I
upgrading your
thought
stuff.
you could pretty much walk from where you left to the end game. I think there's like it's about an hour and a half.
I don't know, but there's a lot of things that are trying to kill you. I can tell you that much.
It's very easy to mainline it to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're good at games, apparently. But me, I like to die a lot.
I remember the power. I had a great collection of power armor. I had them all lined up on the street. I had about like 10 power armors or something.
Yeah, because like I found one, and then like I'm strolling around just mooching about. I went, oh, there's another one here in a fucking cage that you have to just like unlock with your fucking. Find a terminal, hack the terminal. Oh, it's unlocked another bit of power. I might nick all the cool stuff off of that one and leave it there. So yeah, I'm into Fallout. Apparently, Fallout 4 is the one that's got me, and I'm like,
nice.
And everyone's like, Chip, why didn't you come and join the Brotherhood of Steel? I'm like, yeah, maybe later, mate. I've got other shit I need to do right now. And you just say, maybe
I don't
later.
think I joined it. I don't think I joined the brother. I think you have to at some point. There's a part where you need to join
there's a part of the
bit.
game, like I've met Paladin Dance, who's on the screen. He's like the first one you meet, and he's like, oh, you have to do this mission, and you go in with him, and it's at a police station or whatever, in whatever place it is, I can't remember right now. And then at the end, he's like, oh, you've really proved yourself to be a good soldier, blah blah blah. Why don't you come and join the Brotherhood? And I'm like, and she's like, and you got all your dialogue options. You can just tell him to fuck off or whatever. Or you can say, oh, you sound like you've got the right idea about blah, 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 and this and all. Whatever. Just fucking, I'll say, yeah, maybe, whatever. And I was like, I ain't ready to do that right now. I've got to find my boy. Because I'm a lady, by the way. I set myself up as a lady.
I'm a lady.
A lady.
Ooh, a lady.
Yeah, so I'm just fucking running around in the wastelands. Murdering.
Nice.
I've killed super mutants. I've killed fucking Deathclaw. You meet Preston Garvey, the Minuteman guy, and they're trying to defend some museum in Boston, and so loads of raiders come in, and all of a sudden the fucking Deathclaw comes out, and you have to fucking take out the Deathclaw, and that's how you finish that sort of bit of the mission. And then they come, and that's when you start off with the fucking settlements and all that nonsense. But yeah, I'm fucking just like, okay, I guess I'm doing this now. Just loads of fucking things to do. And I'm like, what was I doing again? I've forgotten what I was doing. And then because you've just gone down this fucking side path that I don't know. I'm crafting fucking weapons. I'm crafting armor pieces, all sorts of shit. I don't know what this is on the screen. I don't remember this bit.
It looks as though he's got a mod there, which actually would be super helpful.
Is that just you can take?
Anyway, we're all sitting there watching the screen. Yeah. Let's not do that. That's not very good. I
was just thinking, can you take a drug that makes you see everything that's in Resident Evil 7? I'm getting confused between my games, but yeah. So what else have I done? But yeah, I've just been like really getting into it. Which has not really happened before. I've not using a guide. There's a couple of times I've gone, I can't remember what I searched for. I've searched for a few things, like to help, like with, fusion cores, which is what you need to power the power on. I'm like, I'm getting a bit low on power here. Am I going to be able to get another one of these? Is there any an easy way to get a load of these? They're fucking expensive to buy at some of the traders.
Yeah, I was going to say that was the main thing with power armor. Yeah.
You're muted, Fraser.
Sorry. I do remember my experience of Fallout 4 was extremely enhanced by using a walkthrough. I don't. But
there's so many diversions,
Yeah, exactly. But so you use the walkthrough. So I was collecting power armor. So okay, well, where's the next power armor? It's like, okay, well, it's over there. I mean, you still got to get over there, and you still got to survive getting over there. So I mean, walkthroughs are not necessarily like.
Yeah, I don't feel like I needed a walk. I looked at the IGN walkthrough, and it was just like, there's so many things to do. Just click on the quest you need. And I was just like, I looked at the massive long list and went, I ain't fucking using that. I don't know where I am or what I'm doing. I'm just fucking doing random shit as it comes, taking it as it comes, and and just going, well, I'm just going to go and do this now. And what I did read is basically charisma pumping everything in charisma is cheat mode. Basically, it's just like, well, you can just
Oh, really?
basically convince everyone to do everything you want if you just pump all your points into charisma. It's like, yeah, just I'm going to tell you this and you're going to do it. It's like, okay then.
Oh, perfect.
So that's the only thing I've really done is like I've got to level. Is it? Oh, it might be 12 or 13. I think I'm up to, and I've got like unlocked like the things that help you craft armor, craft gun mods, and all that sort of stuff. And I can't even remember. There's fucking so many things you can unlock in this
Oh,
game.
yeah.
It's
You can do what
insane.
you want. Brilliant.
But I know they're giving away. Prime Gaming are giving away Fallout 3 Game of the Year edition, I think, on Good Old Games. And I am the one that everyone bangs on about is New Vegas. And I was looking into that recently about the best way to play it, because obviously, like, it's an old game now. So, but you can mod it up to look really nice.
Oh,
But you
yeah,
have
that
to
may be
have the
worth it.
Game of the Year version to do that, which means I'm like, oh. And then you look into it, it's like, oh, that's really fucking expensive for a really old fucking game. I'm not paying that much. I own New Vegas, but I don't own the Game of the Year version. So I was like,
Yeah.
so, yeah. Yeah, all of the old ones definitely need an update. But apparently there's a remaster for free on its way. That could well come out at this big conference in June that the Xbox are doing. Because there sure ain't going to be any other fucking games, because they've shut all the fucking studios down.
Quick, press the HD button.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Fallout 4, more to come, obviously, because the game's fucking massive.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Did you just do that fancy little swizzle there when you dropped the
Have you not
when you
noticed
take
that before?
thing off?
Been doing
Yeah,
that
I
for
know. I
weeks.
hadn't noticed it before. Yeah,
You've
that's
been doing
cool.
that for weeks, mate.
I don't usually watch the Twitch stream.
There you
So,
go.
yeah. Cool.
I told
All
you
right.
we had
Well,
upgrades the other week.
yeah, it's good. You done well, Neil. You done well.
I
All right.
try.
Is that enough? I'm hungry now. I need some dinner.
Yeah, there's more Fallout to come.
All right. That's a show. Okay. All right. Dave, do you want to take us out? Or start to take us out?
In a couple of weeks. I'm not even ready. Hang on. It's all right. We haven't had any. Not much chatting today.
Remember that
No,
praise I gave you on your
Quaxel said hello.
professionalism?
Yeah, he's really worn himself out. He's knackered now.
Honestly, I'm shattered now.
That Jim's catching up with him all of a sudden.
Jim, dog,
Oh, well.
life.
Right. I will be taking you out now. Anyway, thank you for listening to Seal Podcast. If you'd like to ask questions, get involved, please contact us either via email at sealpodcast@gmail.com. Join us at sealpodcast.com.
Yes.
Sealpodcast.com
Sealpodcast.com for all your links.
Outro.
Apart from Discord.
Right. So I'm looking at the old one. Sorry. Sealpodcast.com. You can contact us via there with a chat.
Like Derek did. There's a form there.
Like
It's easy.
Easy. Or what was it called? Donkey Giant Wangle.
Yeah.
He contacted us
The
directly
legend.
as well. That was a good one. We have a Discord server, which is linked on X at Seal Podcast. We have YouTube and Twitch channels at Seal Podcast. I say there's not much to shout out.
Just Quaxel.
But
say hello.
Quaxel. Thank
Hey,
you,
Quaxel.
And yeah, so that was a quick over 2 hours this week, wasn't it?
Yeah. All right. Well done. Let's get out of here then.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm ready for bed. I'm so tired. But yeah, good to see you back, Phrase.
Yeah.
And we'll catch up next week.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks everyone for listening. Then we'll catch up with you later.
Awesome. Bye.
Bye.